Alles läuft, alles startet, alles ist bereit. In dem Sinne, lasst mir nochmal einen wunderschönen guten Abend sagen. Wir spielen, wie gesagt, Genshin. Und zwar die Wriothesley, wie auch immer der heißt, Missionen, den Legendenauftrag. Wieso? Stereo hat sich wieder mal aktiviert. Das verbackte Stereo, das eh nicht funktioniert. Also, kann man mich soweit hören? Kann man das Spiel hören? Geht, funktioniert alles? In dem Sinne, Hallöchen Mina, Hallöchen Zerstörer, Hallöchen Svenja, Hallöchen Maxting, Hallöchen Sie. Ja, darüber habe ich Memes gesehen, dass Genshin quasi riesig wird und man quasi, wenn es komplett released ist, nicht mehr spielen kann. Problematisch, dass bereits jetzt einige das Problem haben. Aber ganz ehrlich, eine Sache, worauf ich mich freue, falls es jemals dazu kommt, stellt euch mal vor, die würden es hinkriegen, oder die würden es machen, ne? Genshin eine VR-Engine zu geben. Also quasi, das Spiel ist ja in Unity programmiert. Und ja, in Unity ist es eigentlich nicht so schwer, eine VR-Schnittstelle reinzubauen. Gut, die müssten nur quasi die ganze Interaktion umstellen, die Fensterprojektion, die Interface, aber prinzipiell möglich. Und ich frage mich, ob die das wirklich machen würden, weil Genshin Welt ist ja dazu prädestiniert, würde ich mal sagen. Wisst ihr, was ich meine? Einfach mal Open-World-Feeling mit einem ganz Teyvat. Also ich würde es feiern. Was meint ihr? Außerdem, ich würde mal sagen, fangen wir zuerst mit der Mission an und ziehen dann, oder sollen wir jetzt ziehen? Vor allem, ich will mit dem Account ja nicht für Wriothesley ziehen, sondern für Venti. Ich will endlich mal Venti haben, wobei wir werden ihn höchstwahrscheinlich nicht bekommen. Ich habe nur 40 Puls. Dem anderen Account habe ich auch nochmal 20 oder 30, die ich für Wriothesley dann rein investieren werde. Ja, suboptimal, will ich mal sagen. Also, was meint ihr? Können wir was reißen? Sollen wir was reißen? Bin auf jeden Fall gespannt, wie es laufen wird. Ansonsten finde es ja faszinierend, dass der Stream nicht... YouTube, was machst du schon wieder für ein Zeug? Ah, furchtbar. Furchtbar. Da könnte ich schreien. Gut, habe ich diesen Bug jetzt gelöst? YouTube ist mal wieder YouTube. Na, mal schauen, ob sich was ändert. Gut, also, der Stream läuft. Alles läuft, mehr oder weniger. Bin auf jeden Fall gespannt, wie es laufen wird. Und heute, wie gesagt, machen wir die Mission mit Wriothesley. Yep, die neue konnte ich bereits ziehen, obwohl ich sie gar nicht wollte. Ich wollte den 50-50 verlieren und ich gewinne ihn. Und jetzt bekomme ich sie mit ihrer komischen Augenbinde. Warum? Ich will nicht. Warum ist das Spiel so fies zu mir? Ich wollte den 50-50 verlieren und Himiko bekommen. Ist das denn zu viel verlangt? Wie oft kommt es vor, dass ich mal den 50-50 verlieren will? In dem Fall wollte ich es tun. Na gut. Also, Pity ist gar nicht mal so hoch, weil wir letztens erst Monsieur gezogen haben. Mal schauen, ob wir was Schönes bekommen. Leider nicht. Oder ich mache nur noch... Oder wartet, machen wir erstmal die... Oder sollen wir zuerst ziehen? Wie, die ist richtig stark. Ich hätte viel lieber Blade. Der ist richtig stark. Und mir fehlt noch ein starker Feuer- oder Windcharakter. Das ist halt das große Problem der Probleme. Hörchenländer Wien. Das ist halt das große Problem. Außerdem will ich endlich mal Venti ziehen. Venti, komm home. Dann machen wir endlich mal mit seiner Main Quest weiter. Ah. Venti! Oh. Ach, und Forster. Ah, ein komisches Opferschwert. Braucht man das überhaupt? Hallöchen, Sarah. Pull um Pull, hörst du nicht? SOS, ich brauche dich. Komm zu mir, Venti hier. Ich bin hier. Hat eigentlich schon jemand von euch in diesem Update gezogen? Habt ihr was bekommen? Ah, aber ich habe schon den Knirps, den Eisknirps. Vom General. Skippen? Ihr skippt sie? Ja, hätte ich auch überlegt, aber was soll's. Ah. Und man soll ja angeblich nicht für den Petit pullen. Das ist hier ganz, ganz böses Kino. Hust, hust. Ich schreie, wenn ich den 50-50 hier verliere. Dann pull ich schon mal auf Venti und dann verliere ich den Petit 50-50. Na, so oder so, ich baue dann Petit auf. Also ob ich jetzt... Oh, ach, wieder so ein Forster. Dori. Dori mi fa fu. Aber Furina zu bekommen wäre auch interessant und nice. Aha. Wie viele Puls hast du denn für Honkai? Außerdem sollte ich mal den Pull sage ich schon. Neuigkeiten, neue Wege, Spiele zu... Was? Lass mich in Ruhe, Discord. Ich sollte mal den Pull sage ich schon. Einmal den Link raushauen. Wo ist denn eigentlich der Stream hin? Link zum Teilen abrufen, der Discord-Server. Übrigens, Streamplan. Ich bin live. Hust, hust. Jetzt senden. Damit sind wir wieder mal live. Live ist live. Banana. Wieder klingt dein iPad wieder. So. Die Problemkinder sind weg. Fragen was Leichteres. Pity ist quasi nicht vorhanden, weil wir quasi erst letztens unseren lieben Nouvellette gezogen haben. Augen zu und durch. Wird es Gold. Venti, komm home. Natürlich nicht. Danke, Milena. Bye, bye. Schon wieder eine Dori. Wenn es so weitergeht, kriege ich noch Dori als Constellation 6. Augen zu und durch. Und? Immer noch nicht. Genshin mag mich nicht. Genshin mag mich nicht. Ich mag auch Genshin nicht. Genshin, ich mag dich nicht. Komischen Speer, den niemand haben will. Ja, ich merke schon. Ja. Ist interessant, hä? Wieso habe ich... Na gut, hier hätte ich nochmal 2 Puls, wenn ich machen wollen würde. Naja, egal. Machen wir mit der Quest endlich weiter. Oder ich mache hier noch einen 10er Pull raus. Na komm. Augen zu und durch. Immer noch kein... Deswegen darf man kein Genshin spielen, weil es süchtig macht und... Wow. Verwohnes Jagdbogen. Den hatte ich ja schon lange nicht mehr. Hust, hust. Kommt noch was Interessantes? Nö. Man darf echt kein Genshin spielen. Da wird man depressiv. Oder sowas von. Na gut. Haben wir Pity gebildet. Machen wir mal die Quest. Das heißt, wir gehen auf Aufträge, gehen auf Legendenauftrag und dann gucken wir mal an, was könnte man Roulette hinterher machen. Einsammeln. Also, wo geht's hin? Die Gelegenheit Wiedergeburt. Begib dich zum Wohntrakt vom Fort Maniopol. Na gut. Auf zum Wohntrakt. Was? Wiedergeburt im Land der Beschwerden. Durchfortzung des aktuellen Auftrages. Na dann. Let's go.
We once thought the fortress of Meripede would be super scary, but looking back on it, it really wasn't that bad at all.
Aha.
You've got a set schedule, guaranteed food and board, and you can even buy all kinds of stuff with credit coupons. It's really no surprise that many people don't even want to leave.
Ja, so ist es. Und genau das wollte er erreichen, denke ich.
Oh, you mean Wriothesley? He's definitely a pretty impressive leader.
Paimon, kannst du mal wieder normal sprechen?
Well, he does look kind of intimidating. He's actually pretty easy to talk to once you've had a conversation or two with him. Paimon wonders how he's like with the people here. Do they also get the same guy we do, or is he a lot harsher with the bad guys?
Er muss ein paar Tricks auf Lager haben, um diesen Ort zu führen.
Yeah, he must be doing something right to maintain order here, while not making everything feel super oppressive.
Excuse me, did I hear someone there? Could you please do me a favor?
Huh? Paimon could have sworn she just heard something.
Was halt problematisch ist, Paimon hat schon so eine echt ächzende Stimme, plus Echo von dieser komischen Anlage. Mir auch.
Excuse me, is someone passing by? Could you do me a favor, please?
Nope, Paimon wasn't dreaming. There's someone over there for sure. But Paimon doesn't see anyone.
In den Röhren.
Oh, did you hear my call? Thank you so much. I'm over here, inside this big box.
You're inside the box? Oh, no wonder Paimon didn't see anything. Well, come on, traveler, let's go take a look. Why are you hiding in here anyway? If we hadn't happened to pass by, you could have been stuck for days.
It's a bit complicated. Can we not talk about that for now?
Hat dir jemand die Augenbrauen rasiert? Hat jemand deine Kleidung zerrissen?
Whoa, that's terrible. Did someone seriously do that to you?
No, it was nothing quite that serious. I'd just like some help finding my hat.
Dein Barett.
Just your hat? But then, why can't you look for it yourself? Huh. Wait, Paimon gets it! Something must have happened to your hair!
Paimon, frag nicht weiter. Paimon, lassen wir ihn etwas für heute.
Sorry. So that's what happened. Paimon gets it now. No wonder why you had to hide inside the box. You just need your hat, right? We'll get it back to you right away. What kind of hat was it?
I think you may have misunderstood me, but never mind. Please just help me find my hat. It's a soft and brown hat with a bit of a brim. Nothing fancy.
Dann hol sie dir beide.
I think I probably lost it near the entrance elevator. It was getting a bit hot, so I took it off and had a quick nap. But when I came to, it was gone. It's really important to me, so your help would mean the world. I'll wait here for your return.
Was, Jörl?
Don't worry, we'll be back in no
Der Unbekannte hat einen Namen. Wiedergeburt im Land der Beschwerden. Das sowieso. Kennen wir doch nicht anders.
Paimon doesn't see anything here. Well, let's go somewhere else.
Der Witz ist, vom Design her haben die irgendwie Ähnlichkeiten mit den Wachen aus Starrail von dieser Friedenscorporation, oder? YOLO? Warum soll ich YOLO sagen? Bin verwirrt. Untersuchen.
Just where is that thing? Oh, this is taking longer than Paimon thought.
Stell dich mal nicht so an, Paimon.
Nothing in the water either. Paimon thought it might have gotten blown in. Oh, we've looked everywhere and still not seen anything that looks like a hat.
Dieser Ort ist groß. Wir geben besser auf. Wir könnten ihn einfach in einen neuen Hut kaufen.
That's a good idea. If he's just looking to cover his head, then it shouldn't matter what kind of hat he's wearing. Why don't we check out the Rag and Bone Shop? If memory serves, they got all kinds of stuff in there.
Immer wenn es um Einkaufen geht, wirst du plötzlich aufgeregt. Also sage ich dir gleich, ich bezahle nur für den Hut.
Huh? How did you know what Paimon was thinking? Oh,
Böse
this is
Paimon.
bad. Nothing gets past you nowadays. Well, either way, let's go check it out first.
Oh. Wie, du heißt nicht mehr sinnlos. Kann ich hier eigentlich tauchen? Ah, interessant. Hier kann ich nicht tauchen. Mhm. Wo muss ich jetzt hin? Da muss ich hin. Wie ist eigentlich die Lautstärke so? Der ist doch viel zu lang.
Paimon doesn't remember you being the boss.
Well, I'm just standing in for Mr. Alvar while he's off restocking the shop. Now, just wait a sec. A blonde foreigner, dressed all in white, accompanied by a glaze-covered flying chunk of gingerbread.
Gingerbread?
Well, you must be the legendary traveler and their companion Paimon.
No. Well, you're half right. Paimon's the traveler's treasured companion, sure, but she's not some flying chunk of gingerbread.
Lebkuchen.
Sorry, I never thought I'd get the chance to see you with my own eyes, so got a bit ahead of myself. I hope you'll find it in your magnanimous hearts to forgive my discourtesy. I'm just a nobody, after all.
There's no need to put yourself down like that. Paimon's just denting.
Why, your heroic actions at Aeneas have long made their way to the fortress of Meripede. We heard that you were personally received by His Grace when you made your way down here, you know. Ah, you were the envy of all. And you're one of His Grace's favorite people, so of course, everyone wants to be introduced to you.
Es ist also seinetwegen. Ich dachte, es läge an meinem eigenen Ruf.
Well, I'd figure you'd appreciate honesty over flattery. After all, I also only joined up here because I'd heard Mr. Alvar was a good friend of the Duke. And though I've only caught scant sight of His Grace since then, as fate would have it, I've become fast friends with Mr. Alvar himself. I mean, we've all got agendas, but rather than trying to force something to be true, it's often better to just go with the flow.
Na dann.
Oh, so now you're trying to kiss up to us.
Well, I did mean it when I called you legends, and it is indeed an honor to meet the two of you. Oh, enough of that. Is there something you're looking for?
Einen Männerhut, bitte.
No problem. Anything else?
Das wäre alles.
Hey, feel free to check out anything you want. The credit coupon costs are on me.
Was? Interesting. Aber mir geht's ganz gut. Und selbst?
Wait, but that's, you don't have to be so nice.
Well, it's not like I'm getting paid to watch this shop. Instead of more coupons, Mr. Alvar usually lets me just take my pick of our goods. Life's been pretty good recently, so I might as well just waive your bill. Never hurts to make some friends.
Nun, wenn du das so sagst.
Alright, Paimon will take a look.
Nach kurzem Zögern wählt Paimon 2 Kuchen aus.
Are you sure you don't want more? These opportunities don't come by every day, you know.
It's alright, 2 will do.
Ich hätte nie gedacht, dass du jemals Gratisgeschenke ablehnen würdest.
It just doesn't feel the same if the owner's offering everything to you for free. But anyway, we don't need to get into that right now. We can discuss Paimonology later. That poor guy must still be waiting for us. Thank you so much. We'll be off then.
No problem, and thank you for your patronage. I'd appreciate it if you could put in a nice word for our establishment the next time you speak to His Grace.
Klar, warum nicht? Hust, hust.
That's a real sneaky way of getting good reviews. We've been gone a while. Paimon hopes that guy in the box hasn't passed out from lack of air.
Hätten wir den Deckel vielleicht ein bisschen öffnen sollen. Gut, dass du jetzt dran denkst. Ein alter Hund. Was für ein Zufall, der Aufzug ist gerade unten. Aufwärts. Wie ist er überhaupt in die Kiste reingekommen?
You can come out now. We found your hat.
You did? Oh, Archon, you just saved my life. Just one sec.
Wait, so you're not actually bald? You've got such a full head of hair, too.
I mean, I told you that there had been a misunderstanding. This has nothing to do with my hair.
Sondern...
Wait, this isn't my hat.
Well, we got you a new one. We tried really hard to look for your hat, but no dice.
Genauer gesagt hat uns jemand diesen Hut geschenkt.
I see. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful, but unfortunately, there's just something special about my hat.
Hat er 3 Ecken, ne?
Does it have some kind of sentimental value?
But, sorry, I can't explain at the moment. Time's tight as well, so I suppose I'll keep looking for a while.
If you're looking for a hat, I just picked one up over here. Is it yours?
Hörchen, Princess.
Your Grace!
Oh, hey, Wriothesley. It's been a while.
Well, it's a slow day today, so I decided to go for a little stroll. Even if your workspace isn't cramped, it's still good to get some air. I'll say I'm not at all surprised to find the two of you here. You never could turn down someone's request for help.
It's what good adventurers do, after all.
Is that so? Maybe I should consider asking the Adventurers Guild to open a branch here. As I recall, these hats are very important to members of the Beret Society. Best you avoid misplacing it again, You might not have the same luck next time.
Understood. Thank you so much, Your Grace. Then...
Ein Hut?
Then I'll be off. I'll get going now.
What a strange guy. Why did he care so much about his hat?
Sehr sass.
Oh, and has he done something wrong? When he saw you, it was as if he'd seen a ghost.
Oh, not at all. In fact, members of the Beret Society are model prisoners. They work hard and never get into trouble. They've saved me a lot of work, in fact. As for him, I'd guess he's just more of an introvert. It's not unusual for the more shy prisoners to freak out when I show up unannounced.
Huh? Shy? There are prisoners who are afraid to talk to people?
Prisoners are still people, after all. There are as many crimes and motives as there are stars in the sky. The idea of the criminal as a selfish, heartless brute is just a stereotype. Such labels could never capture the complexity of even a single individual person. What kind of a person a prisoner may be and why they've committed a crime, we'd never know these things if they don't share their story with us.
Dass der so tiefgründig ist.
Huh. You've got a point.
Vielleicht, soll,
Anyway, it's all good as long as it makes sense to you.
vielleicht sollte ich doch für ihn pullen. Irgendwie cool. Was ist die Barrett-Gesellschaft? Gibt es hier wirklich Menschen, die hart arbeiten?
Although most of the societies here will just turn individual brawls into mass ones, the Beret Society does appear to be an exception, and it's instead trying to experiment with some novel and interesting things. If you have some time, why don't we grab something at the coupon cafeteria? It'll give us time to catch up too.
Ach was für Spoiler denn?
And if you're still interested in the Berets after that, I can take you to their usual gathering place as well.
Wo bist du denn, Sarah, dass du gespoilert wirst?
Paimon's not the biggest fan of that cafeteria, but if we're gonna catch up...
Lass uns gehen.
All right then, please follow me.
Also bis jetzt kam noch nichts vor, was in der Story interessant war. Soll ich dir dann sagen, übrigens, Sarah, das gab gerade einen riesen Spoiler. Jetzt, du hättest vor einer Minute weghören sollen, sowas in der Art.
Welcome, Your Grace, and the Traveler. Would you like 3 orders of today's welfare meal?
Princess, so weit wie du von meiner Position jetzt entfernt bist, wirst du es eh vergessen haben. Hust, hust.
Unfortunately, we weren't informed of your visit in advance, so we didn't prepare any super deluxe welfare meals today.
Ach was, wie gesagt, noch gab's nichts Interessantes.
I'll pass on the food then. What about you?
Die ersten paar Minuten wird er dir bereits als sehr, in der ersten Sekunde, wenn du ihn triffst, wird er bereits dir als sehr integre Person und höfliche Person vorgestellt, wo du dir denkst, what the fuck? Das soll der Gefängniswärter sein? Irgendwas stimmt hier nicht. Eichen Magnus. Ich habe keinen Hunger. Wenn es deine Deluxe-Wohlfahrtsmahlten ist, dann will ich es auch nicht.
Then Paimon will also pass. Paimon will save her stomach for something better.
What a pity. It would seem that none of us can properly appreciate your skills, Walsey.
Then I must beg Your Grace to find me some more ingredients, so I can come up with some more welfare meal recipes. If you're not in the mood to eat, I can get you some drinks. We just got some great shipments in from above.
Yes, please? Huh. Paimon didn't know you could get non-welfare stuff at this place.
It's not for everyone. Think of it as a special treat for VIPs.
Oh, now that's what Paimon likes to hear. In that case, 2 bottles of the drink for Paimon, please.
2 bottles coming right up.
Aber der Untergrund ist doch schon seit ein paar Monaten auf. Sarah, was machst du denn die ganze Zeit? Wie weit bist du denn mit der Story?
Our first meeting took place on short notice, and we were both swamped by everything that happened after, so there was no time for more casual chit-chat. I'm actually quite fond of stories, you know. Of course, the others have already told me a lot about your deeds in Fontaine, but I'd love to hear it straight from the source.
Whoa. That'd be quite the long story.
Als Abenteurer haben wir uns Bestes gegeben, um für die Gerechtigkeit zu kämpfen. Wir haben während unserer Reise versucht, mehr über Fontaine zu erfahren. Ehrlich gesagt habe ich nicht sehr viel getan.
That's a bit too humble for you. Even the most unintentional action can catalyze new developments and force many fates onto brand new paths.
Dann halt dich an, Sarah. Das ist am Hain. Ah. Da muss ich dich demnächst mal wirklich in den Arm nehmen, oder wie?
trying to get us to put in a good word for him, but you're the Duke, right? Why would you need to get on our good side?
Weil er Hilfe braucht.
Well, after all, you did help the fortress and I maintain our autonomy. Is it so strange that I would want to give a few words of praise out of genuine admiration?
Ja. Ja, ein bisschen. Denn du hast kaum über dich selbst geredet.
So this is a matter of trust. Which is unfortunate, since I don't have nearly as interesting of a story to offer about myself. I was convicted and sent here at an early age. I only became the top dog after spending a long time figuring out its inner workings. Power and control come in many forms. Some fair and ethical, others less so. And since we're all sinners here, the victor calls the shots, no matter how they manage to get to the top.
Und hilft dir das Trinken?
So, what do you think? Didn't put you much more at ease, now did it?
Kinda. You're really different from most of the people we've met so far.
I'm perfectly aware of that too, but even so, that doesn't make me think any less of you. I would very much like to maintain friendly relations with you two.
Das gleiche gilt auch für mich. Danke für deine Gastfreundschaft, aber...
Your Grace, after following your instructions, we were able to find a box of undeclared contraband in the latest shipment of cargo.
What?
They were extremely well hidden, and we've confirmed that the senders have been using this method to smuggle goods for a while. We're trying to trace the goods to their source.
Got it. Leave the box here and contact me immediately if you make any progress. You're dismissed.
Bist du öfters dicht, Sarah?
Yes, Your Grace.
Sorry, I'd almost completely forgotten about this.
She mentioned something about contraband. Are they like dangerous goods?
Not necessarily. The term is just applied to things people want to bring in on the sly. Many people here are experts at pulling rabbits out of the most ordinary hats. So we have to examine everything carefully.
Jemand, der Hasen aus dem Hut zieht? Da kennen wir doch einen.
Now, what do we have here? It's more or less what I expected.
Whoa, this is certainly a box of curiosities. Mora, snacks, yarn, balls, ropes, mechanical parts, and even a gem!
Wie oft in der Woche?
Wait, if you've confiscated this entire box, then does that mean all of this belongs to you now?
Yep. We can't just send them back up now, can we?
What? But that's just insane profit! Traveler, why don't you become a duke as well?
Das keltische Fest Samhain, wenn sich der Oktober zum November hin neigt, sieht man zur heiligen Zeit von Samhain, ist da ganz Amerika, Kanada, Europa und anderswo Tausende von Hexen, Wiccas, Druiden und anderen Heiden. Samhain ist ein Totenfest, am Ende des Sommers bezeichnet und wie in Savin ausgebrochen. Okay. Ah, gut zu wissen, nie gehört. Und was wirst du sein, Paimon? Dann hole ich mir den Titelherzog.
Paimon will be your vault keeper!
Natürlich.
Jokes aside, I didn't know you'd be so interested in this box. How about this then? You can pick anything you want from it. Consider it a gift from me.
Really? You'll let Paimon pick anything? No takebacks. Paimon will have you know that she's got a real good eye for treasure.
I never joke about things like this.
Alright, Paimon's gonna have a look. Paimon wants this one. This dark, sparkly gem. You just know it must be worth a ton of Mora.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Actually, never mind. Paimon doesn't want this gem anymore. Can Paimon pick something else instead?
Stimmt etwas nicht, Paimon? Fühlst du dich unwohl?
There's something weird about this gem. Paimon remembered a lot of bad things when she picked it up. Paimon couldn't even tune them out. It's as if the gem was just drawing them out of Paimon's brain. It was super spooky.
Ooh.
Is that so? Let me give it a try.
Uh-oh.
Paimon's right. I too experienced some unpleasant flashbacks.
Lass es mich auch mal versuchen.
Are you sure? I wouldn't exactly call it fun.
Ich möchte wissen, ob das bei mir auch der Fall ist. Mein Körperbau ist ein wenig anders als der anderen Menschen.
Fair enough. Go ahead. I don't think it'll have a permanent effect.
Schwesterherz. Schwesterherz.
Are you okay, Traveler? You also saw something, right?
Ja, wie ihr gesagt habt, ich habe einige ziemlich unvergessliche Erinnerungen noch einmal durchlebt.
I'll take this gem then and run a thorough investigation on its properties. Paimon, feel free to pick something else.
Then, actually, never mind. Paimon's gonna pass. Paimon was thinking about one of the snacks, but who knows if it'll also make Paimon sick.
Weise Entscheidung. Etwas vorsichtiger zu sein schadet nicht.
You do have a point. In that case, we should destroy the entire box and all of its contents. Seems like we're almost done with our drinks, too. Let's go check out the Society's gathering place, then. I can introduce you, and we can also continue our conversation while we're at it.
Wait, are you this free every day or something?
Just noticed? I wasn't exactly busy the first time we met either.
Okay, jetzt bin ich eifersüchtig. Jetzt will ich auch Gefängniswärter werden. Ach, schön. Aber der Stein ist interessant. Hey, was habe ich denn jetzt gerade? Ach so, weil ich gezogen habe. Gerade nicht wenig. Wow, ernsthaft jetzt bereits? Na gut. Lass mal kurz was überprüfen, dann können wir direkt weitermachen. Wie sieht's aus? Na gut, egal. 1 bis 2 Mal, das ist aber nicht sehr gesund, Sarah. Lustig, musste ich auch noch in Therapie nehmen. Das hört sich nicht gesund an, Sarah. Kommt mir vor wie so eine Gang.
We are honored by your visit, Your Grace. All of us at the Society have been waiting for your arrival.
Und der hört sich sehr sass an.
Are these your 2 guests?
Let me introduce you to them. Traveler, this is Dugier, the head of the Beret Society. This is their gathering place. Members can find all sorts of drinks and snacks here, as well as a large variety of books and other resources.
Hörchen, Miss Eboli. Oh, Hilfe. Sarah, wir müssen mal ein Gespräch führen.
Every once in a while, the Society will also host activities and seminars, which are always well attended.
You flatter me, Your Grace. All we did was set up an organization in the same way as you would in the world above. It's so easy to feel lonely and helpless when you arrive here for the first time. I remember that feeling all too well. None of us knew anything about this place then, after all. But that's when the thought came to me. If we could help everyone turn over a new leaf, they would no longer have to lead such gloomy existences. Thus, it was with your help that I founded the Beret Society.
Oh, so you were also involved with this, Wriothesley?
My part in this was minimal. All I did was follow procedure and rubber stamp the application. I'm sure you have a very good sense of what this place is about by now. As you know, not everyone takes their sentence seriously. For some, this is just another place where they can eat, breathe, and sleep. But the Society is a great place for those who wish to turn things around.
Exactly right. Here, we keep an eye on each other and remind each other of our goals. Everyone can focus on rehabilitating our mental states and even make many new friends. Our operations are entirely funded by members' donated goods and credit coupons. Same for the things you can see here.
Who knew you could find such a place in the Fortress of Mirapede? Oh, right, and what's the deal with the hats?
There's nothing deep about it. I just felt like we needed some kind of visible identifier. If our members felt joy and pride from being a part of this group, then the hats would become a point of pride for them as well. And when we're together, we will feel a sense of community from seeing everyone's hats. Optimism, community, hard work, and a desire for a new life. I hope this hat will show everyone everything we have been working towards.
In other words, that hat has come to represent something like a model citizen, which also helps them recruit new members.
Once again, you are exactly right, Your Grace. That's a part of our goal as well. Let's take a little old seat over here. There's no need for us to stand. I'll ask the members to get us some drinks. Please wait here just one moment. Yo, feel free to look around too if you want to learn more about us.
Dieses Treffen war schon von Anfang an geplant. Er sagte, er habe eine Ankunft erwartet.
Oh, right. What happened to your slow day, Wriothesley?
Huh. Seems like I shouldn't underestimate an adventurer's keen sense of observation. I'll bear that in mind the next time I need to do something low-key. Kidding, of course. We're just discussing some small matters. It shouldn't take long. We've also already gone over the organization's vision. Instead of listening to me try to explain some more, maybe it'd be better if you took a look around for yourself.
Why does Paimon feel like he didn't answer the question at all?
Dann schauen wir uns mal um.
Well, we're already here, aren't we?
Dann schauen wir uns mal um.
Yeah, they're supposed to be like the model prisoners, right? So this is what their spot looks like.
Brauch was zu trinken? Muss man trinken. Bevor ich noch so schlimm werde wie Jackie und die
If you're
Hydra.
not sure what to do next, how about I take you on a walk?
Na gut. Hallöchen, Madame. Die haben sogar einen Bücherclub. Nachhilfe, nee, ich will mit der Person sprechen.
Hey, what are you doing over here?
Ach, über Gott und die Welt. So schön heißt es doch. Je nachdem aber eine kleine Perspektivänderung für dich. Wir könnten auch mal einfach nur einen Talk machen über eure Wehwehchen, eure Befürchtungen. Dann sage ich euch meine Befürchtungen. Vielleicht können wir ja selber eine Organisation, eine Geheimorganisation gründen. Na gut. Hallo, was machst du hier?
Oh, hello. You are guests of the Duke, are you not? We've got some classics, as well as a few books that the members published themselves.
Ihr schreibt selbst Bücher?
Yeah, most of them are writing diaries or autobiographies on their time in the organization. Some quit drinking. Some learned to tailor. Some became real good at calligraphy. And even I've learned to use a camera. We find it kind of funny. You see, had we managed to stay above ground, none of us would have ever had the time to learn any of those skills.
Hachi.
It's because you all have a lot more free time now.
Können wir ja morgen so eine Art Call sag ich schon, Stream machen.
Not only that, but we've also now got the mental space
Danke.
to think about taking on new things. Before we came here, we were constantly exhausted just trying to live. With how the Duke and Mr. Dugier have organized our lives down here, though, all we need to do is think about the things that we want to do. You never know what you may be good at until you give it a try.
Danke.
And while you're here, no matter what you do, you won't get judged for it. After all, there's no need to conform to societal expectations when you're already in jail.
So this is something like a safe space.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly right. After all, not everyone is good at fighting, or have the physical strength to do hard labor. The society is exactly what some of us need. And that's it. I just finished organizing this shelf as well, so feel free to check it out if you want. Just remember to put the books back after you're done.
Don't worry, we will.
Ist eigentlich jemand von euch auf die Untertitel angewiesen? Soll ich mich mehr in die Ecke bewegen? Ich kann mich ja mal kurz in die Ecke bewegen. Bisschen mehr von den Untertiteln. Machen. No? Ich nee. Na dann. So, wo waren wir stehen geblieben? War jetzt auch ein bisschen blöd. Ist mein TikTok-Stream so ein bisschen abseits. Miep. Na dann, weiter geht's. Hallöchen, Auklet.
Welcome to our gathering place. Is there anything you'd like me to explain to you?
Oh, it's okay. We're just taking a look around.
Du klingst ein bisschen wie eine Musline Reiseführerin.
Well, that's not a bad comparison. It is my job to explain our amenities and benefits to our latest members. I'm sure Mr. Dugier has already explained some of it, but allow me to fill you in some more. Besides this space, which our members use to rest and relax, we also have an entertainment room, a fitness room, and a self-study room.
What the hell?
These rooms are open to all of our members. We want everyone to be able to use their free time to the fullest.
Was zum...
Wow, that's pretty cool. Do you have a restaurant too? If you did, you also wouldn't have to eat at the big cafeteria anymore.
Unfortunately, we don't. For matters like that, we still have to rely on His grace.
Wo ist mein TikTok-Stream hin? Da.
We started a collaboration with the cafeteria a while back, though, so they'll let us borrow their kitchen to do some simple research into recipes and cooking.
Ihr habt wirklich an alles gedacht.
Yeah, Paimon can definitely see how it'd be easier to live your life if you had all this support.
Yep, and that's exactly why Mr. Dugier founded the society. We all think we made the correct choice to join him.
Interesting. Weil wir auch eine Society gründen. Ligas.
Hey, you there, newbie!
Hello? Are you talking to Paimon?
Yep, I'm talking to you. Now, why don't you follow my lead and take a deep breath before letting everything out like this?
Oh? Was meint er denn? Ha! Was machst du da? Das ist ganz schön laut.
That's how I pump myself up every day. A lot of my friends have found it super useful too. With one shout, you can release all the fatigue, resentment, and unpleasantness from your lungs and return to the day with all the optimism in the world. Why don't you also give it a try, huh? I promise that it'll work.
Wieso muss ich gerade an ein Kind denken, das so ha 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 rausbrüllt? In welchem Film war das nochmal? In welcher Serie? Und dann verwandelte sich das Hahaha in eher ein Weinen bis zum Heulen? Ist so Bilder im Kopf von so einem Film. War nicht Avatar, oder?
Paimon's gonna pass.
Feeling shy? That's alright. As long as you remember this trick, it'll come in handy one day. Just remember to take a deep breath and let it all out if you find yourself at your wit's end.
Alright, we've talked to everybody. It sure sounds like they're all pretty happy. That would explain why Wriothesley only had good things to say about this place. Huh. It looks like they're starting to wrap up their conversation as well. Let's go over to them.
Of course, Your Grace. I will attend to those matters right away.
Okay, then I don't have anything else to add. Oh, you're back. What did you think about this place? Now, note that your opinion will also affect my review of Dugier and the society as a whole.
Ernsthaft?
Wait, I didn't know they were also a part of the evaluation process.
Ganz ruhig, sie bei Fuß.
Oh, it's all right with me, though. I'm pretty confident about our growth and activities.
Es sieht echt fein aus, was sie hier macht, aber du bist sass.
Paimon thinks it's pretty good. Don't think anyone expected you to get a society going here of all places.
Ich auch. Ich denke, hier ist alles ganz oberflächlich.
Ah, so it seems that you were able to get a sense of our vision and values. That's all I can ask for, really.
The prisoners here all have very different personalities and psychological needs. Our needs are like violent beasts. If we can't face them properly, they'll grow restless and enraged, causing pain and conflict. But if we can placate them, they lose their fangs, and they can even be converted into fuel for far nobler pursuits. Which is why, in my opinion, learning to reconcile with oneself is the first step on the path to redemption.
You've hit the nail on the head, Your Grace. Before I founded the Society, I had met too many people who could not come to terms with themselves. And I'm sure that a part of your support is rooted in your desire to help those people find their way.
And Paimon thought everyone was enjoying life just fine, working and fighting.
Of course, that lifestyle is more than enough for some people in the fortress. For others, though, they would just be useless distractions.
Speaking of fighting, I'm not sure if you knew this, but even His Grace sometimes fights in the ring.
Wiss. Und uns wurde das verboten.
What? You fight in the ring too? Wearing those high-tech boxing gloves of yours?
Oh, I almost never need them.
Normalerweise. Gelegentlich wirst du also handgreiflich. Hat jemand Angst? Ach, alles in Ordnung, sie.
Hey,
Ist
isn't
doch
that the
nur
guy who
Spaß.
lost his hat? Did you come here to relax too?
Ah!
What's wrong? Did you forget about us already?
Was ist hier los? Es ist gerade sehr sass hier.
Are you feeling all right? You are looking a little pale.
No, I'm fine. Thank you for helping me get my hat back. I'm sorry, but I've got to go.
He's still as weird as before. Paimon's kind of used to it by now, though.
Lol.
Dugier, do you know what's up with him?
I'm also not too sure about that. As far as I recall, he's always been a little strange, but I'll check up on him later. After all, it's my responsibility as the leader to make sure that no one falls through the cracks.
We'll leave him to you then. Where were we before we got sidetracked?
Etwas darüber Aufmerksamkeit abzulenken. Über deine harten Boxhandschuhe.
Oh, right, about that. You might have thought that I was joking, but in a place like that, everyone will use everything in their power to win. And when emotions run high, things often spiral out of control. That would be when I need to pull out my gloves to maintain order. Sometimes you might need more than just gloves as well. This pair of handcuffs has also come in handy quite a number of times.
Oh, da sind ein paar Leute unzufrieden.
Oops.
Oh, isn't that awful gem? You're still carrying it with you?
Yeah, I kept it on me because of its special qualities. It won't affect me as long as I don't let it come into contact with my skin.
Go on, you guys. Pick up the item for His Grace, would you?
Yes, right away.
Keine gute Idee.
That gem shines with quite the dazzling light. I hope it hasn't been damaged. Your Grace, please let me know if there's something wrong with it now.
It still looks good to me. Say, Dugier, have you ever seen a gem like this?
Never, Your Grace. Don't think I've ever been rich enough to afford this kind of a thing.
I guess that's fair. We've already gone over most of the things that I wanted to talk about, so let's wrap up for the day. The Traveler also has some other plans, after all.
Nee, eigentlich nicht.
Got it, Your Grace. Take care, everyone. I'll take you to the exit.
Das Ziel, seiner Schwester zu finden, hat er ja auch quasi aufgegeben. Gefühlt.
Traveler, Paimon, it was an honor. I'm sure everyone would love it if you were to visit again. And that could...
Same to you.
Wieso habe ich das Gefühl, der hat gerade den Stein mit einem anderen Stein ausgetauscht?
Paimon doesn't doesn't think we made any plans for the rest of the day. Why did you lie to him?
Well, what's your opinion of the society now that you've taken a look around their headquarters?
Paimon thinks it's pretty chill. Weren't you complimenting them the entire time as well? Paimon doesn't remember exactly what you said, but wasn't it something along the lines of encouraging people to embrace their new lives with optimism?
Böse Sarah.
There's only one potential problem. If the society does too good a job managing and rehabilitating its members, you may be soon out of a job.
That is certainly a possibility. But at this point in time, they're still reducing my workload by managing and rehabilitating prisoners in my stead. I wanted to see just how much they've managed to accomplish, and also get a sense of Dugier's plans for the future. I arranged for a meeting out of curiosity, but then I noticed some faint hints of dissonance.
Stimmigkeiten?
Dissonance?
I'm sure the Traveler has sensed it too.
Irgendwie schwer in Worte zu fassen. Silver Queen. Was sind das eigentlich für Leute, die random Anfragen stellen? Irgendwie schwer zu Worte zu fassen, aber an diesem Ort stimmt etwas nicht.
As expected, you also picked up on it. The whole truth is a bit complicated, so I'll explain everything to you later. I can tell you right now, though, that this was an unexpected turn of events. I had hoped to take care of it in secret, but now, confrontation may no longer be avoidable. It's all.
You've completely lost Paimon.
Why don't you take this opportunity to check back on the gathering place? Just tell them you left something of yours there by accident. If my hypothesis is correct, Dugier should already have left.
Weil Alkohol keine Lösung ist. Es ist ein Destillat.
And with his watchful eye removed, you may well get a very different reception from the members.
Can't you just tell us exactly what to expect?
I'm just following the most popular playbook in Fontaine. Investigate, obtain evidence, and then use the truth to render judgment. It's been so long since I got to watch a performance at Opera Epiclese that I've even begun to miss it.
Ernsthaft, du wirst deine eigene kleine Gerichtsaufführung haben? Na gut, ich werde dir vorerst vertrauen.
I'll explain everything to you later, but right now we need to seize this opportunity.
Es hilft nicht, es verschiebt Probleme. Oder macht sie schlimmer.
Find out what you can from them now while they're all in one place. We might not get another chance like this anytime soon.
Na gut. Da liegt einfach mal ein Schwert in der Kiste. Ja, was soll denn schon im Gefängnis passieren?
It's just as Wriothesley said. Seems like Dugier is no longer here. You said you felt there was something off about this place, right? So let's see if we can feel something out. Paimon will do her best to help.
Und ich bin mir auch nicht sicher. Versuchen wir erst einmal mit ihnen zu reden.
Wait, you guys are...
We're really sorry. We just realized that we lost something, and we figured we might have left it here by accident. We'll be on our way as soon as we find it.
Oh, okay.
Hat jemand zufällig eine Glasflasche gesehen? Okay, irgendwas ist hier richtig sass.
Nobody?
Ungefähr so groß wie meine Hand. Dann ist Gewürzpulver.
It's okay. There's no need to be nervous. It's not like we lost a whole bag of more or anything. We'll just look for it ourselves if none of you caught a glimpse of it. We're not going to tell Wriothesley anything, don't worry.
I'll go find Mr. Dugier.
No need. We're just looking for something. Why does he have to know?
Ja, echt seltsam. Sieht so aus, als hätten sie alle Angst vor etwas.
We can look around for it, yeah?
Was ist hier los? Was ist hier los? Excuse me?
Are you still organizing the bookshelves?
Yeah, and I'm sorry. But you can't check out the books right now.
Warum das?
We weren't thinking about that to begin with, but weren't you super friendly just a moment ago?
Sorry. You really can't check them out. Please understand.
Was läuft hier? Kann es sein, dass die Musik war die Musik immer schon so bedrohlich?
Hey, hello?
Hello? How can I help you?
Kannst du etwas mehr über eure Gesellschaft erzählen?
The Beret Society offers a variety of resources and benefits to its members, and, I mean, you've already heard my spiel. I don't know anything beyond what I've already told you.
You don't know anything?
Sorry, that's not what I meant. It's just... there's nothing more I can tell you.
Also, wer ist das hier?
What they say is true. You have to see the world for yourself to appreciate how beautiful it is.
Und weil es so schön ist, aus Prinzip bei. Also, wer war das jetzt? Wieso habe ich gerade so eine Bedürfnis, jemanden rauszubannen? So, Problem gelöst. Noch Fragen? Wer war denn das überhaupt? Silver Queen. Manchmal verstehe ich echt nicht, was in Leuten vorgeht. Hi! Ach, ich glaube, die stalking me. Und dann noch in Caps Lock. Du hast recht, das ging noch nicht weit genug. Warte. Menno, jetzt kann ich die gar nicht mehr sehen. Schade.
If you're not sure what to do next, how about I take you on a walk?
Was soll... Och, Mano, ich habe keinen Bock mehr auf Leute, die kein Benehmen haben. Wieso wollen Leute dauernd, dass ich ausraste? Warum wollen Leute, dass ich einen Wutausbruch bekomme? Warum kommt diese Person, die absolut keine Ahnung von Benehmen hat, in den Stream und dann schreibt sie im Caps Lock, warum hast du das gemacht? Warum werde ich das wohl gemacht haben? Denk mal drüber nach. Geh mal in die Ecke und schäm dich. Ach du Schande. Ach, jetzt darfst du auf einmal sperren. Sie, zu früh gesperrt. Ich hätte erstmal hören wollen, was die so, wie sie sich beschweren. Das ist doch der Hauptspaß daran. Was soll das mit Oh, Cutie echt sein? Um was geht es gerade hier? Was ist hier los? Kann ich... Ich bin Cutie. Ah, manchmal auch nicht. Kann ich sie entsperren? Blockierung aufheben. Ich will sehen, wie sie sich da, wie sie sich rauswinden und rauserklären will. Weil, die Person hat schon so ein bisschen verkackt. Ich sag's mal so. Ich bin ja schon sauer, also das Problem ist ja bereits da. Na gut, kann ich die Quest jetzt weitermachen? Auch wenn du meine Perspektive nicht checkst, bist du Cutie. Was? Sarah, bist du das? Michaelis? Jetzt bin ich komplett verwirrt. Also, ich würde jetzt gerne den Legendenauftrag weitermachen. Da. Ich kann ihn auch einfach abbrechen, oder was ist hier los? Ziel verfolgen. Da. Okay, nochmal.
Please. Please just leave me alone.
Okay, Paimon sees what you meant now. Seems like they really don't want to talk to us, so let's just head back.
Aha, jetzt bin ich verwirrt. Jetzt ja oder nein? Aber ich verstehe halt nicht, was den Leuten vorgeht. Wann kommt man auf eine gute Idee zu denken, wenn ich in einer Singleplayer-Kampagne bin, zu joinen? Das ist doch so ein bisschen wie, ich bin jetzt gerade auf einer Rennstrecke, fahre mit 200 Sachen eine Strecke entlang und eine Person springt auf die Fahrbahn und hey, hi, hier, kannst du mich mitnehmen? Kannst du mich mitnehmen? Ja, habe ich mitbekommen. Und dann, wenn ich quasi voll in die Eisen brettere, kurz vor denen stehen bleibe, aus dem Auto steige und sie, hi, ich sie an dem Kragen packe und rauswerfe. Warum hast du das gemacht? Das war so fies von dir.
What they say is true.
Wohin
You have to
mitnehmen?
see the world for yourself to appreciate how beautiful it is.
So, weiter geht's.
Oh, you're back. How were things at their headquarters?
It was as if they had all turned into completely different people.
Was noch lustig wäre, wenn jetzt ihr Freund oder Freundin käme und mich anschnauzen würde, warum ich jetzt die eine Person zum Heulen gebracht habe. Das kommt ja auch recht häufig vor. Was meint ihr, ob das noch passiert? Na gut. Sie sprechen kaum ein Wort. Sie sahen alle sehr verängstigt aus.
That would prove my suspicions. The dissonance I mentioned earlier was precisely that fleeting moment of fear behind the cheerful facade.
Genau wie der Typ, der sich in der Kiste versteckt hat.
Right. He was acting super scared too when we saw him at the gathering place. Actually, hasn't he just been acting super paranoid since we first met?
And that's precisely why I took his hat.
Oh, so the one who started it all was...
Was? Honey, pies, sugar plum, you know that I love you. What?
It was you all along!
It's because I wanted to figure out what's really going on. I don't believe any of Dugier's talk about unstable mental states.
Wie lange hast du schon das Ganze untersucht?
Not too long. Dugier made very elaborate preparations for my visit.
Was für eine Armee?
I don't know. It almost feels like the performance was too elaborate.
Sarah, bleib anständig. Bleib lieb.
Okay, but if you think something's wrong, why don't you just take the whole society into custody? Aren't you the Duke? You can do whatever you want in this place.
Well, maybe you're actually a better fit for the position than I am. Just give me the word and I'll hand you the cuffs.
Perfekt.
In all seriousness, however, cuffs and the like should be used sparingly. They're mostly for show. Everything I do is on display. The way people see me act determines the kind of world I can create down here.
Warte mal, seit wann ist meine Community Süßkartoffelarmee? Ich bin zwar der Herrscher des Kartoffelbeets, aber Süßkartoffel? Irgendwas läuft hier gerade falsch.
And I've always striven to appear fair and reasonable to the people.
That sounds a bit deep. Paimon's not sure she got all of it.
Die Verhaltensweise des Herzogs gilt hier als vorbildlich. Seine Taten und Werte werden von Leuten hier nachgeahmt.
Yeah, you've hit the nail on the head. I have to lead by example if I want to maintain expectations of justice and order.
Glückwunsch, Ziel.
And that's why even though Dugier had already let a few things slip, I didn't want to turn on him without irrefutable evidence.
Alright, so you're saying Dugier has figured out some way to control the members of his society.
Süßkartoffelpuffer? Warum Süßkartoffelpuffer?
And even though the members are acting all optimistic and motivated, it's all just a show.
So einfach kann es nicht sein, weil es sein Motiv.
Indeed. He certainly seems to be using some coercive methods to turn his members into the most upbeat and motivated group of people you've ever seen. And that won't turn out well in the long run. I have some faith, though, that some of the members understood the hint I gave during our visit.
Okay.
The line has been set, and it's quite likely that a fish will bite.
Fish? Bite?
Hat einen Köder ausgelegt, Paimon.
Let's give them some time. My guards will need it to finish their investigation, too. You can find me in my office when the time comes.
Hey! Don't just leave before you've explained everything to Paimon! Hey!
18 bis 24 Uhr warten. Na dann. Aber manchmal sind Menschen halt echt seltsam drauf. Ein bisschen. Die einzige, die uns Kartoffeln nennt, ist Princess Death. Ich invente Cosplay.
It's finally evening. Wriothesley's probably wrapped up his investigation. Paimon has no idea what that guy's thinking. Let's just go find him and ask him what he's really up to.
Wieso hast du dich umbenannt? Beim Ding nicht umbenannt. Vermutlich ist ein zweiter Account. Warum? Bin verwirrt. Der Weg nach unten ist nur noch frei. Nein, das Ding hier ist zu. Und das Ding nach unten ist auch zu. Kann nirgendwo hin. Ah. Okay. Warum interessiert dich das überhaupt?
Oh, here you are. Did you manage to land a lucky pull on the welfare meals tonight?
Let's just get straight to the point. Has anything else happened with the society?
Patience, Paimon. Even as the situation continues to brew, we still need to make sense of what we learned so far and go over any sticking points.
Ach so. Unser guter altes Ziel Phantom Hive.
I'm actually still thinking about the first thing that came to my mind when I noticed something amiss. Namely, why didn't anyone come to me about it?
Oh, that's a good point. Could whatever they're afraid of be so powerful that even you won't be able to do anything about it?
But even if such a thing existed, how could they be so sure without checking with me first? It'd be one thing if it was just one or two people, but it seems like everyone's convinced that I won't be able to help. Which leads me to believe that it's more likely that they think I just wouldn't care to help them.
Sie glauben, dass Durgier in deinem Auftrag handelt? Sie glauben, du siehst Durgier als Komplize?
Yes, something like that. Dugier must have told them something to make them think I won't take their side.
Na gut, machen wir die Genshin-Quest fertig und machen wir eine kleine Talkrunde über Lebensperspektive.
So it became imperative for me to refute that and prove my true stance. Of course, I had originally planned to do this in a more covert way, but I had to improvise when you identified the guy who'd lost his hat with everyone present. There was no way to keep our investigation a secret after that.
That makes sense. Wait, then does that mean it was all Paimon's fault?
Wenn du es so sagst, Paimon.
The last thing that guy wanted was for Dugier to find out that he'd lost it. He would have never brought the matter up on his own. But now, not only has Dugier found out that he'd lost his hat, he's also realized that we were the ones who found it.
Böse Paimon.
That likely set his internal alarms off all at once.
Ihre Barette müssen etwas verbergen.
Yes, that's the conclusion I came to as well. It's the only thing that could explain the fear. If we didn't act right then and there, Dugier would probably come up with some other way to hide the truth and we'd be back to square one. So after giving the matter some thought, I tossed that black gem onto the ground. I must say, I was pretty satisfied with the results.
Weil Alkohol ein Gift ist? Ist so ein bisschen wie Rauchen.
Ah, so you did that on purpose?
Yes, that's right. Of course, that box was discovered as part of our investigation of the Society from the very beginning. I had no way to know if any of the members had actually seen the gem before, but since I had to do something, I decided to gamble.
Das ist also deine Andeutung.
Right. And I said back there that I had no idea what the gem represented. That should have been enough to let people know that it's still early days for my investigation. And since I was traveling with you, heroes who have never turned a blind eye to evil and injustice, they would also understand that we're here to help, rather than to tolerate or uphold the status quo.
You used us as a part of your plan too!
Deshalb wolltest du, dass wir mitkommen?
My apologies. There was no time and quite a lot to explain, so I figured it might be easier to just let you see a few things for yourselves.
Das ist cool.
But I can assure you that I've now told you everything there is to know. Of course, you're under no obligation, but I would really appreciate it if you could continue to lend me your support and help me figure out the true secret behind the Society. Would you be willing to lend me your support?
But Paimon's still mad at you!
Klar, wir können bei der Planung helfen. Klar, wir können bei dem Kampf helfen.
You have my thanks. Now, there are still two outstanding matters in our investigation. The first is the secret of the hats. I've examined one before. There was nothing suspicious about the item itself. The other is the true purpose of the black gem. We haven't been able to get anything out of anyone with actual knowledge of it. It's my hope that a brave fish will take my bait and venture outside of their dark and murky pool. I'll put some music on while we wait.
Und wie lange sollen wir warten? Wird man ja depressiv bei der Musik. Weil wenn ich in eine melancholische Stimmung verfallen wollen würde, würde ich zum der Warlands Ruin gehen. Nachdem ihr eine Weile in Wriothesleys Büro gewartet habt.
Excuse me, Your Grace, but may I come in? I'm afraid that someone's been following me.
Please, do.
Wieso wird deine Depression jetzt gepusht? Fühl dich geknuddelt. Nur kein Druck.
I apologize for my lack of composure. These two are the guests that came with you to our gathering place, correct?
Kennst du uns?
Yes, my lover Faisal told me all about you. Please, help us, Your Grace. He's in great danger right now.
Wow, und ich dachte nur, ich werde quasi davon runtergezogen.
Slow down, take a deep breath, and start from the top. What happened?
I'm sorry, Your Grace. I will try. I think I should start from when you saw Fasol last.
You mean when we saw him at the gathering place?
Yes, he fled immediately, but many members are hot on his heels. Thankfully, he still managed to meet up with me and explain everything that had happened. Now that he's lost Dugier's trust, what awaits him is agonizing censure.
Okay.
Censure?
Censure is Dugier's method of establishing control, as well as the thing we all fear the most.
Den Stein.
Rather than listening to me explain what it is, Your Grace, please, just let me show it to you. Every secret may be found within...
Here you are. I was wondering where you had run off to in such a hurry. Please excuse us, Your Grace. It was never our intention to disturb you like this. You see, Avisa's mental state has been rather unstable ever since she arrived at the fortress.
Mhm.
She rambles often, has hallucinations. It may be best to dismiss her babbling as random gibberish.
I don't recall hearing a knock or giving permission for you to come in.
Oh, my apologies. I merely did not wish for Your Grace to be alarmed. Had I not been so focused on recovering her, I would have followed all the rules of etiquette to the letter. So please, forgive my discourtesy.
Like we believe you.
Ich habe schon viele Menschen wie dich gesehen. Du hast wirklich Mut, dich hierher zu wagen. Na komm, nehmen wir das erste.
Please, there's no need to be upset. It's only natural to want to side with the poor sick girl, but I know His Grace to be a reasonable man.
Wie die Musik sich verändert hat.
Well then, what if the reasonable man wants to hear the lunatic out?
That would be perfectly fine with me. Oh, and just so you know, we've also found the missing Mr. Fasol. I had no idea why he was so upset about losing his hat, really. Thankfully, he has already returned to his senses. We've brought him back to our place, so there's no need to worry.
Das hört sich an wie eine Geiselnahme im Gefängnis. Wriothesley, wir müssen was tun.
I'm sorry, Your Grace. I don't have anything more to say.
This is what you're afraid of, correct? You can tell me everything. I'll do all...
I've never seen that thing in my life.
Sei etwas mutiger, Weiß.
Your Grace, I don't think there's anything else she would like to say. Pressuring her will not get you anywhere.
Können wir den Typen erstmal rausschmeißen?
It's all right, Avis. As long as you tell me what it is that you're terrified of. No matter what it is, it will no longer be able to hurt you. I swear this on my name and honor as the Duke.
Your Grace, forget it. I'll keep my mouth shut. I've already said everything I could say about the matter.
Können wir den erstmal rausschmeißen? Oder festnehmen?
I'm sorry, Your Grace, but I really don't have anything more to say. Please, don't press me further.
Schmeißt ihn doch raus.
But why?
In that case, Avis and I will be off. Once again, please accept my apologies for disturbing your peaceful evening, Your Grace.
Können wir den erstmal wegsperren?
Miss
Bitte.
Avis, please show me your head. That is an order. There's nothing there.
Your Grace, I know you have long tired of my words, but please believe me when I say you've merely let your worries get to your head. The Society has never caused trouble for you or any of the guards at the fortress. We've spent all of our time working hard and trying to lead better lives.
Sag doch, der Typ ist extrem sass.
Why are you doing everything in your power to prove our guilt? What's wrong with the current state of affairs? I'll do anything for you, as long as you give me the word. Why are you so intent on getting rid of someone who's been unfalteringly loyal.
Boah, das mit der Musikuntermalung. Krass.
Your words bore me. You know the consequences if I find you to be lying.
Everything that I do for the Fortress of Meripede. But your grace is welcome to visit us anytime to confirm the true intent of our activities.
Dieser Typ sass.
All right, Avis. Let's head back.
Just what's up with that guy? He makes Paimon really, really mad. We should have shown him his place.
Sooner or later, all will pay the price for their arrogance. Oh, he must have been well prepared for this exact scenario, or he wouldn't have dared to be so openly hostile. All the more reason for us to be patient.
Da liegt was. Da liegt was. Hey, Wriothesley, da liegt was. Da liegt was, du Vogel.
The entire society are his hostages.
Da
His
liegt
subordinates
was.
would definitely react if he were taken into custody.
Da liegt was.
And that's why he dared to bare his fangs right in front of me.
Dreh dich mal um. Wir werden ihm das nicht durchgehen lassen. Das größte Problem im Moment ist,
The true secret of the society is neither on the hat
Hab ich
nor
gar
on the
nicht-
members' heads.
weil es auf deinem Tisch liegt. Dreh dich um.
Dugier probably knew this from the very beginning, which is why he didn't panic. However, if we were to look at the rules, it would also seem like the head has to be the place where they're keeping all of their secrets.
Yeah, none of this makes sense to Paimon either. What are they trying to hide?
The hats are definitely being used to hide a secret, but there's nothing wrong with the hats themselves. But if there's nothing on her head, why did Avis feel the need to remove her hat? From the way Dugier acted, he must have known from the beginning that we wouldn't be able to find any evidence. I can't seem to make a connection.
I have an idea, but
Miep. Glückwunsch, Ganyu. Ja, ich auch.
What is it? Tell Paimon about it.
Avis nahm ihren Barett ab, nicht um ihren Kopf zu zeigen, sondern um ihre Haarspange zu entfernen.
you mean this thing? So, she handed a key piece of evidence over to us without Dugier noticing. That would mean that Avis didn't stay silent out of fear. She stayed silent because she'd already given us what we needed. Let me take a look.
Eine Mini-Version des Steins. Wriothesley bastelt eine Weile an der Haarspange herum.
I managed to remove this from the hair clip. It's long, slender, and conical. It's hollow on the inside, and looks something like a cross between a nail and a thorn.
Paimon's lost again.
Let's see. What if we do this?
Hey, what are you doing? Wait. Some kind of dark liquid is leaking out of the gem. And some of it has been absorbed by this thorny-looking thing.
Im Inneren des Juwels ist eine Art Flüssigkeit.
You've probably heard before that water is filled with the strongest emotions of humanity. With that in mind, this liquid is probably a highly concentrated solution of fear.
Oh, so that's why even touching it will make you remember unpleasant things.
Also mit dieser Flüssigkeit und diesem Dorn.
Dugier would be able to censure others. I can only imagine how it would feel to have this directly injected into your brain. The moment it hits you would be like being flooded with all the terrors you've ever experienced in your life. Agony, desolation, and an overwhelming sense of despair.
So, was the hat meant to cover up their wounds?
And that might not even be all. Let's go get them right away. We can't let Dugier escape with all of the evidence.
Naja, alle Wachen raus. Angriff! Ach was, ist doch alles halb so schlimm. Wir haben es rausbekommen. Oder soll ich es nochmal erklären?
Your Grace, we have taken the Society members into custody. They all tried to flee just a little while ago, as if they had received some kind of order. We decided to forestall their plan, and were just about to send the word when you unexpectedly arrived.
Great work, everyone.
You had prepared for something like this all along?
Ja klar, das ist ja voll vorbereitet.
I had them stay here to keep an eye on things, so I'm glad that my intuition turned out to be correct. Perform a thorough search of the Society's headquarters and bring all the members to me.
Understood, Your Grace.
Now, let's check on them. As expected, they all have a hollow thorn inserted into a wound on their head.
Der Typ benutzt eine Art Gift, um die in anderen emotionalen Schmerzen zuzufügen. Und jedes Mal, wenn sie nicht gehorchen, tut er das Gift benutzen. Somit macht er sie gefügig.
Paimon's glad her eyesight isn't so good that she can see it from here.
Er hat quasi ein Terrorregime innerhalb des Gefängnisses aufgebaut. Der Dorn steckt noch auf dem Kopf. Warum haben die den Dorn nicht herausgezogen?
They probably left it there as a lasting reminder of Dugier's censure. These people must have had to endure an unimaginable amount of pain. Let's go check out the other areas too.
Na dann, Paimon. Paimon sagt nichts.
Hey, come here. Have a look at this.
Ich war doch gerade bei dir.
This is a book that Paimon found in a box next to the bookshelf. Its contents are exactly the same as this book on the shelf. The colors of the covers are completely different though, and the names of the authors also don't match up.
Die Bücher dienen also nur zur Schau. Sonst sieht die Auswahl nicht mehr so aus, als würden sie regelmäßig aktualisiert werden.
Yeah, and they dared to claim that they wrote these too. Huh.
Untersuchen. Diese Zeitungen scheinen veraltet zu sein, aber sie sehen brandneu aus. Es scheint, als hätte sie kaum jemand durchgeblättert. Bei näherer Betrachtung sind sogar die Falten nahezu identisch. Sie scheinen nicht durch natürliches Lesen entstanden zu sein. Ja, könnte sein. Wobei das ziemlich tödlich wäre. Du hast das gefunden, Wriothesley? Das ist...
This is a surveillance port. With this, Dugier would be able to remotely monitor everything that's happening at the gathering place. So even if Dugier's not there in person, he'll still always have eyes on the members.
Kein Wunder, dass sie solche Angst haben.
Indeed. It's easy to become lost and confused when you're given no instructions or any kind of script to follow. And if any action you take may be deemed a mistake, then perhaps it's better to do less. Or to not do anything at all.
Oh, Backe.
Dugier has already tamed them to his will.
Ja, unsere drei müssen wir ja noch finden.
Your Grace! Your Grace!
What's the matter?
We couldn't find any Society members in the other areas. It also seems like none of the equipment in those rooms were ever used. All the signs of wear and tear are fake. The lime scale, the layers of dust, they were all deliberately added. We also investigated the members' residences and weren't able to find anything. Their neighbors all say that they haven't returned home for ages.
Oh.
They're gone? That could only mean...
Die Barettgesellschaft hat große Anstrengungen unternommen, einen gefälschten Treffpunkt zu bauen. Ihr eigentlicher Stützpunkt liegt woanders.
Indeed. As long as he allowed society members to mingle with others, even with threats of censure, Dugier knew that he couldn't stop all of his members from speaking out.
Ja, gezähmt, beziehungsweise gefügig gemacht wäre es wohl das bessere Wort für Menschen.
Meanwhile, this marvelous gathering place will lose all of its value as soon as a whistleblower sounds the alarm. So instead of being his real base, this is just an elaborate performance. The rest areas, the fancy equipment, even the members that we saw, they were merely part of the front. And only the most docile and well-trained members were selected as his performers.
But then, where can we actually find him?
Let me think.
Ja, so viele Möglichkeiten gibt es ja nicht. Das ist ja dein Gefängnis.
Dugier must be holding all the rest of his members in another place. And if the overseer of my fortress guard has never alerted me to anything of the sort, he must be in Dugier's pocket.
Dann werden wir diesen Wachmann finden und wir werden ihn dazu bringen, uns zu sagen, wo sie sind.
I'm of the same mind. Let's go. You too, follow me.
Ja, in gewisser Weise. Ja, was ist mit einem Whistleblower? Zu Deutsch ist halt weniger auf, ist halt eher ein Spitzel. Wir müssen runter.
Ja.
Aha, wenn du auf diese Art nicht dominiert werden willst, willst du dann auf eine andere Art und Weise dominiert werden, Sarah?
Did that person flee here?
That's the most likely scenario to me. He's probably already caught wind of Dugier's declaration of war against me, and has fled to seek his protection. Let's keep heading down. There are some abandoned areas in there. Since he needs space, I'd guess Dugier probably converted them into his headquarters. We should be on the right track. Now we just need to find that turncoat. Let's go. We can take this path. You guys take the other.
Na dann. Ich bin bereits Level 80, lol. Habe ich eine gute Waffe? Ich sollte mal den Traveler mal zum Spaß. Wobei, welchen Traveler bilde ich dann? Vorbereitung ist die halbe Miete. Einen Sinn in deinem Leben bräuchte ich das erstmal. Warte mal, du brauchst einen Sinn in deinem Leben, damit du dominiert werden kannst, was du eigentlich willst. Ich glaube, das solltest du nochmal überdenken. Das hört sich irgendwie falsch an. Fleischwurst Willi. Nee, der Boy sagt mir nichts. Und Fleischwurst Willi sagt mir auch nichts. Aber so wie ich dich kenne, habe ich so eine Ahnung, an was du gedacht hast. Na dann.
Look! There's a fallen guard over there! Paimon sees some society members too!
After them.
It's rising. Run!
Frage ist, wie lange hätte man ihm hinterherlaufen können?
Did Dugier send you? Why did you attack that guard?
Come on, it's time to talk. Can't you see that he's trying to help?
I will take your cooperation into consideration when it comes time to hand out sentences.
But Mr. Dugier, he didn't want this guy to expose our true location. We were just about to dispose of him when you caught up to us.
Da haben wir ihn ja gerade noch gerettet, diese verräterische Wache.
So, in other words, your headquarters should be this way.
Aha. Ja, nee, ist klar, Princess. Ist klar.
Yes, it's just down this way. You'll make it there once you've seen him pass through a large drainage pipe.
Guards, take them away.
Ist deine Handschuhe dabei?
Let's go. It's about time that we find out what Dugier's really after.
Wieso muss jetzt sie hier geknuddelt werden? Ich dachte, Sarah ist jetzt hier halb verzweifeln. Na, herrlich. Na gut, dann machen wir morgen einen kompletten Stream über das Sinn des Lebens. Weil ja, diese Welt erzählt einem ziemlich viel Scheiße, muss ich sagen. Betreten. Lugias Königreich. What? Excuse me? Eis sollte man haben. Ich habe aber keinen guten Eischarakter. Shield. Nehmen wir einen Feuercharakter dazu.
What's our objective?
Das sollte eine gute Mischung sein. Wobei Nahida wird wohl eh alles platt machen. Jetzt beruhig dich, Sarah. Alles wird gut.
Space down here.
Yeah, these are all former work areas. They've been left abandoned due to a lack of funds. There are usually guards on patrol here. It would seem that all of those guards have been bought as well. Stay sharp. He's got a ton of surprises waiting for us, I'm sure.
Und schön, wir haben einen Eischarakter. Wie ist der eigentlich gebildet? Sein kleines Ding. Interesting. Bisschen kritischer Schaden. Ja. Interesting. C3, okay. 1188, okay. Gut zu wissen. Ja, Gandhi, du hast ja auch gefühlt genug, um jeden Charakter auf C5 zu bekommen.
Away now.
There is no escape.
I'll protect us. Ow. Hey.
Illusion shattered.
Hi. Oh. I see everything.
Aber da ist eine Kiste.
Hey, are you okay?
You're safe now. Just follow the guards and leave this place.
Gute Nacht.
Who knew that there'd be Gardamex here? Duji ain't really prepared for everything.
And that would explain the strange decommission requests I received, as well as account for all the Gardamex that had mysteriously gone missing. Seems like he's prepared for an all-out confrontation with me.
Wow.
Hey, what's this?
Seems like some kind of handbook. Let me see. Ah, this should be the Society's real rules book. It lists all the rules that they're expected to follow. Members are not permitted to speak to each other or to leave without formal permission.
Wow. Ein Gefängnis im Gefängnis.
5 members shall form a group, and the whole group will be punished for any single member's wrongdoings.
Und Kollektivbestrafung.
Anyone who reports a fellow member's misbehavior shall be rewarded with food and water.
What? Und Stasi obendrauf.
I see.
But that's just cruel and unreasonable.
To obtain food and water, prisoners are forced to snitch on others, and in the process cause pain to those around them. To avoid punishment, they learn to stop talking with one another. This leaves the wounds they've already received to fester, however, and so resentment builds until every prisoner has become an island. Finally, isolated and without hope, they accept their fate as Dujier's slaves.
Das ist zu viel. Hat sie überhaupt nicht als Menschen behandelt.
Do you remember what happened to Paimon? She rejected all the snacks in the box once she was spooked by that black gem. She's usually all for tasty snacks, but she chose to go against her instincts after a negative experience.
Ugh, is that the best example you could come up with? Anyway, Paimon still thinks she made the right decision. It never hurts to be careful.
Sarah, du klingst nicht, fühl dich geknuddelt. Mann.
No, your decision was valid. However, it's also valid to interpret that as a decision that you only made under emotional duress. The human heart is like a raft in a vast and empty ocean. We convince ourselves that we're in control, but in truth, a single wave could sweep us off course and send us crashing into the path of a storm.
Dann nur ein kleines Gläschen.
Those who use fear to lead others astray must pay for that crime.
Go, Barbara, go!
Ja, wenn du aber, dann gibt's gar nichts.
Go, Barbara, go!
Diesmal von der Seite. Wir sagen das nur, weil wir uns Sorgen um dich machen. Wir machen uns nur Sorgen um dich.
The space ahead should be the central area of this place, but the door has been locked. Rather than confront Dujier, I think it's more important right now for us to rescue as many society members as possible. You guys should wait here. We'll try to open the door and check out some other spots.
Nicht gut, dass wir uns Sorgen um dich machen? Dass wir dir helfen wollen?
Open the door. Would we have to do something to this mechanism here? Paimon doesn't get it at all. Forget it, Paimon's just gonna do some trial and error.
Okay. Warum nicht? Willst losziehen? Okay, versuchen wir mal was mit...
Let's begin.
Okay, Eis bringt nichts. Elektro bringt nichts. Ich wollte gerade sagen, komme ich hier nicht mehr raus. Ach, schon wieder runtergefallen. Also. Na gut, was kann ich da... Ach, hier, aktivieren, lol.
Whoa, it's turning! Is it because we touched this thing? Oh, the other side's open! Let's go.
Okay. Na gut, hier gibt es nichts. Was machen die durch hier unten?
Everyone hold hands. Let the show be.
A moment, please. It's gonna get a little chilly.
Kriegen wir schon hin, Sarah. Kriegen wir schon hin. Wieso bist du jetzt... Was meinst du mit einer Wüste? Was meinst du mit, bist du jetzt eine Wüste? Musst du mir erklären.
Oh, it's so high. We're not gonna have to climb all the way up, are we?
Activate the mechanism in front of us first.
Looks like there's a mechanism that's gotten stuck. It won't turn alongside the others. Is there something we can do?
Aufwärts.
The water level's gone way up. So that's how we'll make it to the top.
So. Ja, du bist eine ganz wüste, rebellische. Das wissen wir noch nicht, ob du ein alkoholisches Problem hast. Bin nur hellhörig geworden.
Illusion shattered. Let's dance. Everyone hold in.
Shine down.
Aber ist auch mal ein cooler Name, Sahara.
These should be the prison cells. Lots of empty cells in here. Dugier's probably moved them elsewhere already.
Let's still rescue the ones who got left behind, though. Every person counts.
Hört auf, euch gegenseitig fertig zu machen. Genießen wir einfach die Zeit zusammen.
Hey, it's all right now. You can leave this place.
No, I won't try to leave anymore. I'll never try to leave again. Don't get close to me. I don't want any trouble.
No, we're not gonna do that. Please calm down. We're not bad people.
We won't be able to get through to her right now. Not with the stress response in the way. I'd also guess there are many others here who are more or less like her. Let's let the guards take care of them for now and keep pushing forward.
Mavis und andere sind immer noch in Gefahr.
All right. Let's search for an exit first.
Die Leute hier müssen mal geknuddelt werden, das ist alles. Ich glaube, die Leute hier sind einfach nur chronisch unterknuddelt. Sarah, die einzige Person, die dir helfen kann, bist du. Wie gesagt, wir können mal einen Call starten, dann können wir schauen, was dein Problem ist, deine Problemchen. Und vermutlich sind sie gar nicht mal so schlimm, wie du glaubst. Ja, kriegen wir hin. Oh je. Machst du nicht gerade, willst du nicht eine Ausbildung starten oder sowas? Weil der Folterkeller hier. Macht dir die Arbeit Spaß?
The door's open. Huh. Maybe it's His Grace. I'll go take a look.
I leave this area to you. Make sure to bring everyone out safe.
Understood. And please take care as well, Your Grace. We'll return here right away and await your orders.
Just focus on the tasks you've been given. Now, let's go back. We have unfinished business, do we not? That mechanism from the first room. Maybe we'll also need to hold it in place using the same device to open the door that leads to the central area.
Hast du dann schon als Erzieher gearbeitet, beziehungsweise Erzieherin?
Don't forget to bring these along.
Sepp.
Go, Barbara, go!
Und hat dir das gefallen? Ja, Hilfe, jetzt habe ich nur einen begrenzt, so jetzt muss ich rauskriegen, wie ich das Ding... Okay. Wie mache ich das? Ich brauche das Ding jetzt da drüben hin. Das heißt, wenn ich den Kollegen jetzt einmal jetzt hier festmache und den Rest weiterdrehe, sollte es doch klappen. Naja, wenn dir das Praktika gefallen hat und dir du dich auf die Ausbildung und vor allem auf die Arbeit als Erzieherin freust, dann hast du doch was, worauf du zuarbeiten kannst. Dann hast du doch eine spätere Arbeit, die dir Spaß machen wird. Und dann kannst du ja dein Leben so ein bisschen selber gestalten. Oder nicht, Sarah? Oder nicht? Oh, das sind einige.
I must confess to being furious. To think that there are still some of you who find it permissible to spit upon our rules. Remember their names. Fasal and Avis. They've betrayed you, betrayed us.
Eigentlich nur dich.
And today you will see with your own eyes what'll happen to those who betray our cause. Go on, Avis. Pierce his skull with the thorn in your hands, and then push in the Aqua Dolores. Of course, you will do it one drop at a time. Let it do its magic again, and don't stop until you've pushed all of it in.
That's all. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'll find a way to endure.
Oh, shut your wretched mouths! When did I give you permission to speak? My rules are the paramount law of this place. Only more pain will come to those who dare to disobey.
That's enough, Dugier. Your rabid screams have been beyond nauseating.
Is that His Grace?
Oh, Wriothesley. I knew you would come, but I didn't expect you to be so quick. Must you still refuse to let me be? Did I not spell everything out for you already? What's so blasphemous about sharing a slice of the cake with me when you've already got the entire fortress at your feet?
It would seem that you can't see the difference between sharing and looting. And on top of that, look at your people. Are they not starving as you wolf down your cake?
You. Stop acting all high and mighty like some hero of justice! Have you forgotten? Nobody in this blasted fortress is innocent. We are all irredeemable monsters who have destroyed something that others held dear.
Aber bei dir trifft es auf jeden Fall zu.
What's so wrong about punishing those who deserve to be punished? It's what they've always deserved.
Ja, aber dann gehört dir eine Strafe, die 3000 Mal schlimmer ist, als was die gerade erleiden.
And please, are you really gonna tell me that you care about their lives and well-being when you just need a supply of labor to keep this place running? Is it that all you need to keep your cushy life?
Sadly, you're wrong on both counts. Unlike you, I've never seen them as currency. The fortress is not only a place for confinement, but also a place for rebirth. Just as people are free to give in to the darkness within their hearts, they are also free to seek redemption and a new beginning. They may have made mistakes, but they are still human beings with people and things that they cherish. And most importantly, they should always retain the freedom to choose their own path once they've reflected on their past misdeeds. But you're destroying their spirits with fear, taking their freedom away so that they'll become slaves who will never again feel or think. And you say that's what they've always deserved? You are nothing compared to them.
He's really mad.
Ich fühle das Gleiche. Tatsächlich wurde er schon sehr früh wütend.
You think me arrogant, Wriothesley. Well, I think you're too young and naive. You understand nothing of this world.
Wir werden dir gleich die Welt einprügeln, Kollege.
Nobody actually sees this fortress as any kind of just a wonderful place. See it for what it is. A dumping ground of pain and misery, irredeemable now and irredeemable forever! No prisoner will listen to you out of gratitude of their hearts. The whip is the only way to make them obey. Had you been just one step slower, I would have already taken control of all the garden mechs in this place. Your vision gives you strength. But how long will it hold against these powerful constructs?
Och. Schlimmer als ein Archon, schlimmer als Rain Shogun können die nicht sein.
You talk big, but in the end, you know nothing outside of power and control. In that case, let me give you a small taste of what real power looks like.
Na dann.
Hey!
Illusion shattered!
Grow!
Hallo?
Share my knowledge! I'll protect us.
Time for retribution!
Let's begin. Stay cool and face your guilt.
I see everything.
There is no escape!
Let the show begin.
A moment, please. This could get a little chilly. If you think fear can control everything, well then, terrify me.
Don't high road me. You're just another crook. And it's time you got treated like one.
Ein bisschen zu cool, Wriothesley.
What's the matter? Too scared to shoot straight?
I'm warning you! Unauthorized punishment and torture are prohibited here. As the Duke, you should set an example.
Funny how that slipped my mind. Well, from this point on, you can forget about that rule. The rules of the fortress are there to keep the likes of you in check. But if the Duke wants somebody dead, he needs no justification. Understood.
Oh, Backe. Die hier eingesperrten Mitglieder der Barrett-Gesellschaft wurden von den Wachen gerettet. Die hier, Wriothesley verbringt viel Zeit mit jedem Mitglied, tröstet sie und entschuldigt sich persönlich. Anschließend organisiert er die medizinische Nachsorge und die Aufräumarbeiten. An diesem Punkt ist die Angelegenheit der Barrett-Gesellschaft nun vorerst zu Ende. Uff.
Sorry for taking so long. Did I keep you waiting?
Eine ziemlich geile Animation.
No, not at all. Paimon didn't know you were so considerate.
If you ask me, I'd say I actually feel very helpless. There's no... I could comfort and compensate them all I want, but it might still not be enough to repair the damage that has been done. I have to take responsibility for it, as does the fortress.
Mann, ist der Typ cool. Zumindest gelangt es uns, Dugier zu stoppen, bevor er noch schlimmer wurde. Vielleicht solltest du dich etwas formell entschuldigen. Ich hätte nicht erwartet, dass du dies so ernst nimmst.
Even I wouldn't be able to find humor in a situation like this.
So, do you have a plan for how you're gonna deal with him yet?
Oh, Dugier? I've already got an idea. For now, I think I'll do nothing.
Huh? Why?
I think it's a very fitting punishment for him to have to imagine the sorts of punishments that will soon be coming his way. He'll be left in the dark with regards to both the dates and the details of his punishment. Of course, that's not to say that I'll be letting him off scot-free. It's not often that I actually get the chance to be creative with my punishments. I'm going to talk to the members of the society. He'll get a chance to experience everything that he's ever inflicted on them.
Gute Idee. Ich schätze, das kann man nur im Manipul sehen.
Paimon didn't know you could also be so harsh. Looks like she should watch her tongue when she's around you in the future.
Oh.
Why do you think I'd do that kind of thing to you? You offend me, Paimon. Anyway, jokes aside, thank you so much for all of your help. There's still a lot for me to take care of, so... How about this? I'll treat you to a meal in 2 days at the Coupon Cafeteria. We should have a better handle on things by then.
No, Paimon's had enough of that place.
Don't worry, it won't be the same old welfare meal. I'll make the necessary arrangements.
Oh, then you've got yourself a deal.
Wow. Na dann, warte 2 Tage bis 11 bis 13 Uhr. Naja, Sarah, die Frage ist halt, was stresst dich so sehr? Was laugt dich aus? Was nimmt dir die Energie? Diese Frage musst du als erstes klären. Dann kann man schauen, ob man es wegbekommen kann. Tick-Tack, Tick-Tack. Ja, du musst ja wissen, wann du besonders müde bist, nach welchen Gesprächen, nach welchen Aktionen, nach welchen Aufgaben. Wann ist es, dass du dich einfach nur noch hinlegen willst und einfach nur schlafen willst?
Ah, you're here.
Paimon never forgets about meals. Even if the traveler forgets, Paimon will remind him for sure.
Perfekt. Du klingst, als hätte ich dich hungern lassen oder so.
That's not what Paimon meant at all. Wriothesley, you got what Paimon meant, right?
I'm a little confused, actually.
Hey, not you too.
Jokes aside, I've got some good news. After taking a look, the doctors have let me know that it shouldn't be too difficult to extract the thorns, which means that everyone should be able to recover after a period of rest. As for their mental recoveries, most are making good progress as well. We've added a few who were more severely affected to a special observation list.
You sure got everything taken care of, Wriothesley.
I try my best. After all, it's my duty to take care of everything that happens within my territory.
Eigentlich habe ich eine Frage an dich.
Please, go ahead.
Über deine Erinnerung, als du den Juwel aufgehoben hast. Über deine Wut, als du Durgier zur Rede gestellt hast.
Ah, that's a bit of a long story. I once had a similar experience. It had to do with the host family I lived with as a child. I was an orphan, adopted by a couple with a great deal of love in their hearts.
No.
I had many siblings, and we all adored each other.
Es hört sich so an, als wäre er in der Kanalisation aufgewachsen.
Once we were older, Mom and Dad would turn us over to be individually adopted by families of greater means, and go on to adopt more young children.
Ah.
They were perfect parents. Or so I thought.
And then?
And then, I found out we were merely raised as livestock. Once we had reached a certain age, our parents would bring us to the market for sale. All children that were sold would leave the house, and nobody would know what became of them. As for those who didn't sell, they were merely disposed of.
Excuse me?
Did you know I once considered myself an extremely lucky child? And all of my friends, all of my siblings, they all felt this way as well. I was also not the first to find out about the truth. All those who found out before me were simply added to the disposal pile.
What the fuck?
I could never shake the feeling of irony every time I juxtaposed their tragic ends against our parents' adoring smiles.
Deine Wut lag also auch daran, dass...
Yes. Like the society, my parents created a facade of joy, lied to satiate their desires, and even employed incredibly cruel methods to keep their grasp on power.
Oh, Backe.
They did all of that, but never considered how their actions would utterly ruin all the children they took under their wing. Worse, perhaps they never cared about that at all, but I did. So in the end, I killed them and set all of the remaining children free. I was convicted for my crimes and exiled to the fortress of Meripede.
Wow.
My methods were extreme, yes, but I was still a teenager at the time. I'd been betrayed by those I trusted most, and I didn't think that more moderate ways would solve the problem. My doubt and helpless anger pushed me forward until I got what I deserved.
Ich habe diesbezüglich gemischte Gefühle. Ich weiß auch nicht, was ich sagen sollte.
It's all right. You don't have to tell me what you think. I've already committed to this path, regardless of what anyone may say about it. The least I can do is to make sure that the same tragedy will not happen again in my new home.
Sorry to disturb you, everyone.
Oh, it's Avis and Fasol. Are you two feeling better yet?
It was all because you arrived in time. I managed to escape unscathed.
Das ist schön zu hören.
We came here on impulse today, because we were hoping that you'd be able to lend us a hand, Your Grace.
Please, go on right ahead. I'll do my best to help. Within reason, of course.
It's... I'd like to be wedded to Avis here at the fortress.
What? What?
You're getting married?
Yeah, we met each other through the society and both fell into Dugier's trap. But even during our time there, we never doubted each other. We always believed that Dugier was manipulating us, trying to make us mistrust each other.
Aww.
And after this incident, we've come to believe that we've found the one for the rest of our lives.
Aww.
You could say we managed to make the best out of a bad situation. He didn't abandon me, and I didn't forsake him either. But we're still both prisoners. And we also aren't sure if the fortress is the best place to host something so celebratory. So we are just wondering, is our request a bit too out of line?
You're right in that the fortress has never hosted a wedding before. But that's no reason to say no, is it? I'll help you make the arrangements. If you need anything special shipped in from the surface, just say the word.
What the hell?
Oh, we can't thank you enough, Your Grace. We are actually also planning to stay here after the conclusion of our sentences.
Yeah, we've already made tons of special memories here. So now, it'd be too hard to leave.
Das klingt so unwirklich.
And we have full confidence in the fortress's future with you at the helm, Your Grace.
Your trust is the highest form of praise.
Hey, loosen up a bit. Shouldn't you be the happiest man in Teyvat to hear that people would like to stay of their own free will?
Yeah. I'll always take a genuine expression of faith over any obligation to obey.
Krass. Na gut, so oder so. Sarah, du musst erstmal klar werden, was dich belastet, wo das Problem liegt. Und dann kannst du erst dran arbeiten. Was dich am meisten müde macht. Generell, es kann auch vieles Kleines sein, zum Beispiel falsche Ernährung. Und ja, eine falsche Ernährung kann dich auch quasi sehr müde machen und deine Energie rauben. Es können ganz viele Kleinigkeiten zusammenkommen, wo du glaubst, jede einzelne ist eigentlich ziemlich lächerlich. Aber sobald so viele Sachen zusammenkommen, kann es halt so wirken wie eine riesige Wand, über die du nicht drüber kommst. Dein körperlicher Status könnte auch was damit zu tun haben. Die Frage, hast du irgendwelche Krankheiten, hast du irgendwelche Leiden? Bist du viel zu dünn oder bist du viel zu schwer? Hast du gewisse körperliche Attribute, die dir nicht gefallen? Sowas in der Art. Das sind all Kleinigkeiten, die dann sich immer weiter zusammentun und zu einem Riesenproblem werden. Zumindest für dich. Naja, je früher du damit anfängst, umso früher weißt du, was los ist und weißt, wo du ansetzen musst. Würdest du sagen, du ernährst dich ausgewogen, Sarah? Oder haust du nur einen Haufen Fastfood in dich rein? Und Fertigzeug? Eine andere Sache, die dich runterziehen kann... Ich habe Asthma. Relativ Normalgewicht, okay. Eine Sache, die mich mein Leben lang fertig gemacht hat, ohne dass ich es wusste, war Laktoseintoleranz. Ich hatte immer Bauchschmerzen in der Vergangenheit, wusste nicht, woher das kommt, dachte, es wäre normal, sich so zu fühlen. Bis ich herausgefunden habe, dass ich es habe und dadurch ging es mir dann um ein Vielfaches besser. Nachdem ich aufgehört habe. Gute Nacht, Sophie. Okay, ausgewogen in der Ernährung. Okay. Sieht schon mal so gut an. Hast du Probleme mit Freunden? Oder hast du zu wenig Freunde? Hast du Leute, mit denen du offen und frei reden kannst? Nacht, Sophie.
Add Astra. Thank you for Add Astra.
Du brauchst ja nicht so viele Freunde oder so viele Freunde, du brauchst ja quasi die passende Anzahl an Freunden. Nicht zu viel, nicht zu wenig. Na dann. Aber was bedrückt dich dann? Hört sich eigentlich doch bis dahin ganz in Ordnung an. Und du wohnst jetzt auch alleine oder in einer WG oder in einer Unterkunft? Egal. Gehe ich mal hier hin und dann logge ich mich mal um. Logge ich mich mal um. Wow. Mina, danke für die 5 BDs. Lasst mich schauen. Da. Kann ich noch mal kurz hier hingehen. Dich mal kurz ausblenden. Dich mal kurz abmelden. Okay. Oder bist du eher eine Person, die nicht alleine wohnen kann? Das gibt's ja auch. Also ich bin gestresst, wenn ich mit anderen zusammen wohne. Besonders mit den Eltern. Deswegen bin ich sehr entspannt, weil ich jetzt alleine wohne. Aber es gibt ja auch Leute, die können nicht alleine wohnen. Die Frage ist, was bist du für eine Person? Wie sieht's aus? Sieht doch soweit ganz gut aus. Ah, na gut. Also hört sich doch gar nicht so schlecht an. Du wohnst alleine, du hast deine Freizeit, du ernährst dich gesund, du hast Freunde. Die Anzahl von Freunden bist du auch zufrieden. Mit der Art der Freunde scheinbar auch. Hört sich doch gar nicht mal so schlecht an, oder nicht? Oder? Es sind doch gute Ausgangslage. 11. Na dann, mal schauen, ob wir Wriothesley bekommen. War das Einzelpuls oder 10er Puls? Wie weit sind wir denn entfernt? Bei 7, das heißt 6. 6 mal 5 ist 30. Eichen zu Lasu. Na dann Augen zu und durch. Bringt alles nichts. Oh, wieder kein Gold. Mir geht's ganz gut und selbst? Dann kannst du es mir ja schreiben. Hey, Guru. Hey, Chongyun. Nice. Ist das? Das für ein Vogel jetzt? Muss ich das verstehen? Discord. Hast du nicht Discord?
Let them... Everything's...
Na gut. Die Gruare der Fragen. Muss halt aufpassen, weil ich ja hier bereits beim... Hier ist ja die große Quest, die weitergeht. Nief. Kriege ich noch einen 10er-Puls zu zusammen, ist die Frage der Fragen. 2, das reicht nicht. 120. Wie heißt du denn in Discord? Wie heißt du denn in Discord? Ich kann gerne weiterziehen, aber ich habe zu wenig Steine. Viel zu wenig Steine. Bei in 2 Wochen hätte ich dann wieder genug für noch einen 10er-Pull. Na dann, danke, dass da war was. Magnus, bye bye. Aha. Mal schauen, ob ich diese Person finde. Witzigerweise finde ich dich nicht. Okay, also in der Drachenhöhle bist du nicht. Sehr verwirrend. Warte mal, kann es sein, dass... Hä? Hast du mich schon mal angeschrieben?
I'm hungry. Let's hunt.
Naja, schreib mal in den Gruppenchat Hallo, dann sehe ich dich hoffentlich. Also nicht Gruppen, sondern... Oh, Backe. Bam, bam, bam. Ah, was ist das hier zum Beispiel? Was wollen die mir hier antun? Aha. Eine Frage hat sie mir geschickt. Skandalös. Frage hat sie mir geschickt. Ah, nice. Witzigerweise das Symbol, was du meinst, hat mir nie etwas geschickt. Sicher, dass du der richtigen Person geschrieben hast? Nee, schreib mir noch mal in Discord. Aber hier kommt nichts an. Schreibt mir noch mal im Discord. Wie viele brauche ich denn jetzt? 3200. Das heißt, eigentlich fehlt mir gar nicht mal so viel, um einen 10er-Pult zu machen. $1280. Das heißt... 280. Das heißt 140. Dann hätte ich wieder genug für einen Pull. Warte mal, haben wir Xiao hier? Was? Hutao und Venti, was ist denn hier los? Hallo?
Looks like you're having fun. What's the occasion this time?
Oh, do I spy a traveler and a Paimon? We were just talking about you. This is more serendipitous than finding Mora after face planting on the road.
Hallo ihr beide.
It's been too long. I'll bet you have some thrilling new tales from your journey to fill me in on. I can see it in your eyes. Excellent! I knew I could count on you.
What were you talking about before we got here? Something fun? Or something delicious?
We were talking about one certain traveler, and how two's company, but three's a crowd, as the inseparable duo tour around Teyvat, making 4 friends here and 5 more there, often at 6s and 7s as they brave the lakes and seas, collecting pieces of 8 and countless other treasures. They clearly must have 9 lives. Wink, wink. Let's hope they have less than 10 deaths.
What the? It just gets worse and worse.
Shortly, you may attend a grand banquet at Stone Gate. All will be dressed to the nines for majestic food and fine wines. And after 8 long drinks and 7 shorts, they'll each write 6 lines 5 times. You've been to all 4 corners of the world, so in 3 short seconds, can you guess from these 2 stanzas of 1 speech each what this event is about?
It's not, though that does sound fun. Maybe we missed an opportunity. In fact, it's a poetry gala, jointly hosted by representatives from both Mondstadt and Liyue. Do you still remember the promise I made to the distinguished director Who here during the Lantern Rite?
Oh, something about writing poetry together?
That's right. At the dinner table that night, I just knew this young bard was a rare talent with exceptional taste. You know, it's rare to encounter such a kindred spirit. And now, I've finally seized the chance to collaborate. It took me much trekking across the land to petition Eugene Terrace and contact the Knights of Favonius, but eventually... In the spirit of friendship and poetry sharing, I managed to successfully organize the Neighboring Nations Congenial Poetry Gala.
Bit of a weird name.
Liyue's poetry is known far and wide, and Mondstadt is the city of wine and song. With 2 nations teaming up, it'll be double the fun, and a great chance for people from both places to get to know one another. Hu Tao and I will be the co-hosts for this poetry gala. Of course, I haven't studied the various forms and formalities of Liyue poetry for very long, so please forgive my dreadful performance just now.
Not at all, Venti. You followed my lead most excellently.
You flatter me.
Well, this sounds like fun. Let's get involved. Oh, Paimon, sure you'll be amazing. Remember that time in Liyue when Paimon gave you the first half of a couplet? Wind rises, winds never churn. You came up with the second half right away.
Oh, looks like someone's got a knack for this. Perhaps we'll have to raise the difficulty a little.
Alright, so basically you guys are here to discuss the activities for the poetry gala, right?
Oh, looks like little Paimon's brain has gained a wrinkle or two. You guessed it so effortlessly, but... you still guessed it wrong.
Huh?
We came here hoping to invite a special guest.
I already told you. I'm not going.
Val, you're here too!
Never having penned a verse myself, how could I hope to judge the poetry of others? Besides, afflicted with karma as I am, the raucous atmosphere you are cultivating is precisely the kind which I must avoid, as you well know.
Hey now, there's a first time for everything, right? We all start from itsy bitsy spider, but give it a shot and you'll be wandering lonely as a cloud in no time. And you don't even have to join us in person if you really don't want to. You can just watch the party from a nearby mountaintop and cheer us
Wie
on.
lang war mein Mikro gemutet? Na, dann nochmal. Hallöchen, Erik. Wie geht's selber?
But at least head down and take a look first. It's right by the inn, and there's plenty of fun activities to get involved with. It can't hurt to take a quick walk and check things out.
Besides, with the renowned traveler here, what is there to fear?
Es wird ein Spaß, auch wenn wir uns noch nie getroffen haben.
I'll consider it.
It's nearly time. Why don't you all head to the venue and take a look around? Quite a few of your friends should have arrived by now.
Na dann.
Yes, that's right. Venti and I still need to discuss the poem for the opening ceremony. So, we'll catch up with you later. Plus, our Adeptus friend might need a bit more convincing. We'll see if we can coax him down.
Gotcha! We'll be on our way then!
Geselliges Beisammensein. Nee, da will ich nicht hin. Da will ich hin.
Wow, it's so lively! Didn't think there'd be so many people here already. And a lot of them are familiar faces. Let's go say hi.
Ja, ein paar Gesicht haben wir auf jeden Fall. Die große Fragen der Fragen. Oh, hier haben wir nicht genug. Aber was mich halt interessieren würde... Also, Chang-Jung soll ja eigentlich sogar ein ziemlich guter Eischarakter sein, habe ich gehört. Ja, wenigstens habe ich jetzt einen Geobogenschützen. Ja, wenn ich Wriothesley nicht bekomme, kann ich ja Chang-Jung ausbauen als mein Charakter. Hallöchen.
Well, look who's here. This poetry fest seems to have attracted talent of the highest caliber.
Moment, lass mich mal was überprüfen. Sie hat das in den Genshin-Chat geschrieben. I see. Gefunden. Na gut. Hab angenommen, theoretisch kannst du mir jetzt schreiben. Gut.
Hey, Shincho and Chanya are here too.
Wenn du willst. Na dann, gute Nacht, Sarah. Yep, habe ich.
I was actually heading into the mountains to train, but he accosted me on the way and dragged me here.
Chang-Jung.
Oh, how your words wound me. Is it not the responsibility of an exorcist of Liyue to ensure that this celebration of friendship between our two nations stays free of evil spirits? Besides, this is an excellent opportunity to meet heroes who have come from far and wide. Surely, you must be curious as to how that heroine of Mondstadt was able to lift such heavy objects like they were but a feather.
Eichengamer Gnufen.
Are you talking about Noelle?
Gute Nacht, Sarah.
She's super strong.
Oh? Well, since you are so well acquainted, could we trouble you to introduce us later?
Okay, fine. But don't forget to help me with my investigation like you promised. That's the only reason I agreed to come at all.
Huh? What investigation?
Naturally, I could never forget such a thing. My word is my bond. Relax, dear Paimon. All will be revealed in time.
Okay.
Sehr mysteriös. Sehr, sehr. Was? Noelle ist auch da. Und der kleine, wie heißt er nochmal? Mika.
Oh, it's the Traveler in Paimon.
Mika.
Are you here for the neighboring nation's congenial poetry gala as well?
You said that with a straight face? Is Paimon the only one who thinks it sounds weird?
Seid ihr die Repräsentanten von Mondstadt?
Representatives? No. Nothing fancy like that. We were sent here by the Knights of Favonius to help maintain order and set up the venue.
Hi Slowbro, mir geht's ganz gut und selbst? Ein wenig Genshin zocken.
I didn't really do anything useful so far. Noelle brought all these tables and chairs here from Mondstadt by herself. She's a true knight.
Wieso stelle ich mir gerade vor, wie sie diese zwei Tische aufeinander gestapelt, mit den ganzen Stühlen auf den Tischen gestapelt, von Mondstadt hierher schleppt. Zwar wirklich so mit den Händen über dem Kopf.
Oh, no, that's just not true. Your efforts were indispensable. You selected the venue, drew up the layout, and so on. Also, you're the true knight here. I'm still in training. If anything, I should be addressing you as Sir.
No.
What? No. Please don't. Just keep calling me Mika.
Why does it feel like these two could keep this up all day?
Nice.
Anyway, Master Jane did say that as long as we keep on top of our work, we should take a look around while we're here and get involved in the poetry gala as much as we can. But I haven't written much poetry before, so I'm not sure if I'll fit in.
Ach, das wird ganz schnell. Genshin ist ja nichts anderes als Schere, Stein, Papier. Sobald man die Reaktion kapiert hat, rasiert man überall durch.
I actually have the same concern.
Was zählt, ist die Teilnahme. Es gibt für alles ein erstes Mal.
Yeah, plus, you won't be alone. We're joining too. The Traveler's a really good writer, you know.
Really? In that case, we'll try our best too.
Perhaps the challenge of writing poetry is a rite of passage that all who wish to qualify as a knight must eventually face.
Excuse me?
Paimon wouldn't go that far. But anyway, no backing out now. See you soon!
Bye-bye.
Sure. Maybe you can teach me a thing or two.
Sensei Paimon.
Oh, Mika beat me to it. I was gonna ask for help too.
Kein Problem, ich bringe es euch bei. Wir können zusammenschreiben. So, und wer fehlt noch? Oh, da haben wir Diona. Diona.
Traveler and Paimon? I didn't expect to see you here. Are you here to mix drinks? That's right. I was specially asked to attend this event on behalf of the Cat's Tail, and I'm also here as a mixologist representing the Mondstadt wine industry.
Von wem hast du die C1-Konstellation?
You're representing Mondstadt's wine industry? Oh, you must be hating every minute of it. Of course I hate it. But it's also a perfect chance to destroy the reputation of Mondstadt's wine business once and for all. Opportunities like this don't come around every day, you know.
Wow.
Huh? How do you figure that? All I need to do is add some gross ingredients to the drinks, and I can create the most disgusting concoctions imaginable. Nobody will ever buy wine from Mondstadt again.
Der Witz ist, Diona versucht die Weinindustrie von Mondstadt zu zerstören, indem sie fürchterliche Weine und alkoholische Getränke zusammenmixt. Was sie aber nicht weiß, dass sie von der Quellenselene gesegnet wurde und alles, was sie zubereitet, 1A schmeckt. Sie versucht halt immer das Schlimmste zusammenzubrauen und herzustellen, aber sie kann es nicht, weil sie gesegnet wurde. Und alles, was sie macht, schmeckt genial.
Paimon thinks you'll end up getting the opposite result. Just you wait! I ain't about to mess this up.
Viel Erfolg, überanstreng dich nicht.
Are you gonna write some poetry with us too? Poetry? I've heard plenty of bards sing in the tavern before, but I've never tried writing any myself. You should join in! It'll be fun! Fine, if I have time.
Es weht ein Windstoß in die Anwesenheit der
Poems and
Zuzücht.
melodies wandering the wind, wafting to pastures beyond their home.
Two greedy fishies struggling to swim. They ate so much that they're starting to groan.
Animal crystal fly draped in gold robes, a bright little light from that glazed lantern glows.
Benches pinch the rice and scoot while the boars of the forest anxiously root.
Welcome one and all to this festival of poetry, jointly organized by Liyue and Mondstadt.
Or, in full, the neighboring nation's congenial poetry gala. We're your hosts, Liyue's verse-monger of the darkest alleys, Hutao.
And Mondstadt's liquor-loving lyricist, Venti the Bard.
Der Tone-Deaf Bard.
The purpose of this event is to promote friendly poetic exchanges between our two nations. So please, have fun, talk to other people, and make some new friends.
If you're here, you're our guest, so please enjoy this poetry fest.
I'd also like to reassure everyone that this event welcomes people of all skill levels, from first-time rhymers to seasoned songwriters. If you ask me, the most important thing you can bring to writing poetry is authenticity. That means reaching deep down to all the thoughts and feelings you usually hide away or struggle to express, and putting them into words. Just right from the heart in whatever form you like.
Ich habe nichts gemacht, glaube ich. Hoffe ich. Ich habe nichts gemacht, von dem ihr wisst. So.
To help everyone
Glaub
really
ich.
cut
Hoffe
loose
ich.
and enjoy themselves to the fullest, Venti and I have carefully prepared 3
Noch.
themes to be revealed over the course of 3 days.
Das stimmt. Oder ich mache bereits etwas, was eigentlich ziemlich ist, aber davon werdet ihr nie was mitbekommen. Bin so böse.
Let's get right to it. The first theme is Riddle Me This.
Riddle me this?
Solving riddles, huh? Interesting. It's actually a pretty good choice for a warm-up activity.
Whew. I'm glad they're not making us write sonnets or something right at the start.
Does everyone see the lanterns hanging around the venue? These have been specially prepared for the riddle game.
Ah. Jetzt weiß ich, wer du bist. Hi. Ja, das ist das Problem bei den guten Gesprächspartnern. Man hört nie auf und es geht immer weiter und weiter. Und wenn man eigentlich längst schlafen gehen wollte, redet man weiter und weiter und weiter. Ich habe aber die Nacht damit verbracht, Star Trek zu schauen.
Hello there.
Und danke für den Follow. Willkommen unter den Drachen.
Simply write down your riddle and hang it on a lantern. Then Venti and I will select a few to pose to the crowd, and you will try to solve them. We'll now give you some time to write down and hang up your riddles. Feel free to walk around and talk with the other contestants to get the creative juices flowing. And remember, whoever guesses the most riddles correctly will get a prize.
Ich bin doch nur ein Mensch. Hust, hust, hust. Und bestimmt kein Drache, der sich nur als Mensch getarnt hat.
And with that, the neighboring nation's congenial poetry gala has officially begun.
Irgendwie fehlt Klee mit ihrem kleinen Händchen, die sie pat macht. So, wie sieht's aus? Ist eigentlich sie noch da? Ist sie weg? Weil irgendwie vor einer Stunde hätte sie ja ihr Handy abgeben müssen. Ich glaube, seitdem hat sie auch nichts mehr geschrieben. Kann das sein? Nee, gar nicht wahr. Sie, bist du noch da? Gib uns ein Zeichen. Das letzte, was sie geschrieben hat, war um 10:30. Oder ist sie mittlerweile zurück? Los, ich brauche 3 Mojabs.
Oh, let's see what's on this lantern. A tender sigh for home, how far the flowers roam. A visitor asks me why, for a dream beyond the sky. Okay, someone from Liyue definitely wrote this one.
I just read that one too. Liyue's poems seem pretty difficult to grasp.
Dreams? Sky? Is it talking about some kind of bird?
So it means something like, this thing's really far from home. It's in a vast area and it's flying really high. Is that it?
Kurz und deutlich, klar und prägnant.
Oh, you're amazing, Paimon! Oh, it looks like I still have a lot of learning to do.
Nothing really. Once you've spent enough time in Liyue, you just sort of pick up on these things.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. Back when I was out with the Grandmaster on the expedition, I started picking up some local customs without even realizing it.
But back to the riddle. We still haven't actually solved it.
What's something that flies high and far? Oh, that makes me think of dandelions.
Okay.
Oh, that makes sense. And Mondstadters believe that dandelions can carry your feelings on the wind.
But maybe we're missing something? It can't be that easy. After all, it's a riddle from Liyue. What would their equivalent of the dandelion be? If there even is one.
Gute Frage.
What do you think, Traveler?
Ich denke, Löwenzahn ist die richtige Antwort.
Great! Then we'll have one answer ready to go when the game begins.
Der Schlüssel liegt in den Gefühlen.
Right, just like Venti said. As long as the interpretation makes sense and reflects our perception of the poem, then perhaps there are no wrong answers.
Well, no matter what the real answer is, the guessing's all a part of the fun. Let's go look at the next one.
Oh, yes. I want to see if there's any Mondstadt-style riddles.
Die werden dann wohl von Venti sein.
This one says... Oh, this handwriting is just awful. I have 4 corners like a square pancake, but I'm stuffed and seasoned and carefully baked. I pass through the lips 1 piece at a time. The more you consume, the broader your mind.
Aber wird mit Pfeffer und Sesam Stück für Stück zwischen die Lippen. Je man isst, desto klüger wird man.
Oh, wow, Paimon's drooling from that one. Is there really a food that can make you smarter? Paimon's gotta try that.
Oh, Paimon. You have to look past the surface-level meaning with riddles, or you'll fail to plumb their depths.
Aber Sesam und Pfeffer? Ich hätte jetzt erst ein Buch gedacht, aber Sesam und Pfeffer in einem Buch?
So have you got any ideas, Shinjo?
Oder meinen die damit die richtige Würze der Geschichte, die das Lesen erst interessant macht?
Well...
Xingqiu just hung that riddle up a moment ago.
Oh, so this is Shinjo's riddle! You know, Paimon was expecting you to write something a little more... elegant.
This festival is about building friendship and mutual understanding. With so many friends from Mondstadt present, I thought I'd try writing something more accessible and less flowery, so that more people could enjoy it.
Oh.
Hey, not bad! So, buddy, does that mean you can tell your old pal Paimon the answer on the sly, or...?
Wow, Paimon. Streng deine grauen Zellen an.
Not a chance. You'll have to wait for the answer to be revealed, just like everyone else.
Antwort ist ein Buch.
Meanie!
If that's how you feel, why don't you try and stump me with a riddle of your own?
Maybe Paimon will! We'll see who stumps who! Traveler, you'll help Paimon come up with a riddle, right?
Oh, natürlich, kleines Paimon.
Ha! At least you're nice to Paimon!
Then I look forward to seeing the fruits of your literary labors.
Ha! Prepare to get stumped!
So. Sind wir durch? Nächste Rätsel.
Even though Paimon said she'd write a riddle, Paimon really doesn't have any clue how. Let's start by reading a few more of other people's for inspiration. On 4 long legs, my slim body sits. I eat not a bite and drink not a sip. With a passionless face, I greet countless guests, whom I carry all day without needing to rest.
Ein Stuhl.
Is this talking about some kind of animal?
Aber Tiere müssen essen. Es muss etwas anderes sein.
It's a chair.
Sag ich doch.
Huh? Diona, how did you guess it so quickly? Wait, were you the one who wrote it? No, of course I didn't write it. The answer just popped into my head. I'm always telling the cats in the tavern that the chairs get tired from working all the time, so they shouldn't use them to sharpen their claws. Oh, okay. So a riddle needs to have a bait and switch. Are you trying to write one? Yep, and thanks to you, Paimon's just thought of one.
Okay. Dann
Maybe
sag
I
mal.
should try to come up with one too.
Oh.
All right, Paimon's riddle is now hanging up. Diona, do you want to know the answer?
Nein.
Nah, no need. I don't really care about winning a prize. Oh, okay then. Well, looks like it's time to carry on with the event. We should regroup with the others. Sure, have fun.
Oh. Bonbon? Da.
Hey, looks like everyone's about done mingling and riddling.
Venti and I have selected several riddles from everyone's contributions, and we added a few of our own to the mix for good measure. Shortly, we'll randomly select a few to read aloud. If your riddle gets selected, remember that you have to announce the correct answer at the end. Anyone who guesses correctly gets 1 point, and if nobody guesses correctly, the writer of the riddle gets a point. Sounds fair to me.
Quoi?
Of course, when the riddler reveals the right response, it only counts if everyone agrees that it's not too far-fetched.
That's right. Now, if there are no more questions, it's time to reveal the first riddle.
Hopefully they'll draw at least some that I can get. Oh no, does only the first person to solve it get the points? Ugh, that means I have to be first to raise my hand.
Na, Jeopardy's.
Please choose Paimon's riddle. Please choose Paimon's riddle.
Riddle number 1. Let me see here. Ugh. This riddle is, unique, especially the handwriting. I have four corners, like a square pancake, but I'm stuffed and seasoned and carefully baked. I pass through the lips, one piece at a time. The more you
Ein Buch.
consume, the broader your mind.
Aww.
They drew Shinchos!
Better answer as quickly as you can. You don't want someone else beating you to it.
You brat! It's, pizza! The answer is pizza!
Even without the author coming forward, I can confidently declare this answer wrong. I mean, how does eating pizza broaden your mind?
Da guckt jemand ziemlich smug.
And while I'm no expert in exotic dishes, if I'm not mistaken, pizza is round, is it not? Like mora meat?
But eating pizza makes you happy, and being happy makes it easier to face problems that need solving, so...
Und wisst ihr was? Genshin hat einen Fehler gemacht. Im Genshin-Universum gibt es keine Pizza. Im Genshin-Universum gibt es keine Pizza, sondern nur Pilzer. Und ja, so nennen die es auch.
Okay, Paimon admits she may have jumped the gun on this one.
Maybe it's some other kind of food. No. Riddles are never that simple, and it needs to be something that makes people more intelligent.
If Paimon had known it was gonna be this tough, she'd have read more books in her time.
Paimon!
What is it? Have you got it? Huh?
Wir ecken und es sind vielsam große Zeichen draufgeschrieben. Beim Lesen gehen die Wörter durch die Lippen und es wird man klug.
Oh, gotcha, Bugs! The answer is Bugs!
That was quicker than I expected. I was quite proud of that one.
No.
Oh, it appears the riddle writer has announced the answer. Okay, 1 point to Paimon.
Huh? So the answer was bugs? Oh, how did I not get that? Come on, Mika. Concentrate.
We're awesome at this!
Okay, der Female Traveler ist süß. Wieso kann der Female Traveler nicht gleichzeitig... Wieso können es keine Schwestern sein? Zwillingsschwestern. Und ein Traveler, der gute Traveler ist weiß und der böse Traveler ist schwarz. Wäre doch viel besser.
What Paimon meant to say was that you're awesome at this. Thanks for the point, Traveler.
On to riddle number 2.
I gotta get in there first this time.
High above the wispy clouds, amidst the gloomy, snow-filled shroud, standing alone on an icy stage, beneath it every lowly sage. Looks like a poem from Liyue.
An der Spitze des Wolkenmeeres, inmitten des düsteren, schneebedeckten Leichentuchs, allein auf einer riesigen Terrasse stehen, darunter jeder demütig und mittellose Weise. Was? Wo ist denn das mit dem Rätsel? Also, was ist an der Spitze des Wolkenmeeres, inmitten des düsteren, schneebedeckten Leichentuchs, allein auf einer eisigen Terrasse stehend, darunter jeder demütig und mittellose Weise? Dragonspine?
Oh, it's...
I got it!
Looks like those two have some ideas. Could it be some kind of plant that lives in cold, high places?
Mika, please go ahead. As a full Knight of Favonius, you represent all of us from Mondstadt here.
No, how could I? It was you who thought of it first. You should be the one to guess.
My answer isn't necessarily correct. Besides, it's first come, first served, and you beat me to it.
No, I didn't. You were just before me.
Luna, willkommen zurück. Wie keine Spoiler hier. Was für Spoiler?
How gracious and considerate our fellow competitors are towards each other. How about both of you say your answer at the same time? If you're both right, you'll each get a point.
Oops, I didn't realize we'd made such a scene.
Oh, crud. I guess we dragged that out a bit. So, Noelle, what do you...
Yes, let's. Our answer is...
Cecilia!
This?
Oh, that certainly sounds like a good candidate for the correct answer. A flower that blooms on the highest peaks and known for its exquisite beauty. The Cecilia is held by many Mondstadters to be the true Windblume.
Aber das ist nicht die richtige Blume, weil es ein Liebe-Rätsel ist. Wird es wohl eher die Blume sein, die man für Ganyus Aufstieg benutzen muss? Wer ist denn die nochmal?
Although, since the writer hasn't yet come forward to announce the answer, this probably wasn't the answer they were
Irgendwas
looking
mit
for.
C oder Q war das doch, oder?
Any other answers?
Oh, I can't believe I was wrong. Maybe it's a plant from Liyue.
Is the answer Qingshin? The poem does evoke a strong sense of quiet, proud solitude in a high place.
Correct. I wrote this one. Qingshin is the right answer.
War das die, die man für Ganyu braucht?
No! Shinjo got it before Paimon could.
Ja, Venti mag mich auch nicht.
However, after listening to the host's description, I do remember reading about Cecilia flowers in a book once. They definitely fit the description of a pure flower standing proudly and alone on high. So, I'd like to approve the answer from our two friends from Mondstadt as well.
No.
Really? Oh, thank you so much.
Well, since even the Riddler themselves agrees, all three contestants earn a point each.
Tja.
Darn it! Shinjo's caught up to Paimon already.
Es sind doch noch viele Rätsel. Es ist nur ein Punkt, keine Sorge.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Moving now to our third riddle. Huh? Why is the handwriting so... floaty? What's got no wings but flies in the air, never gets tired of floating up there. So full of mora it comes out the nose, but in the sea, glug glug glug, down it goes.
Was? Sein Bauch ist voller Moora. Wenn es im Meer versinkt, geht es gluck gluck runter und niemand kann es herausholen. Was? Also im Deutschen ist das Gedicht nicht so toll. Also im Englischen hört es sich toll an, aber im Deutschen verliert es irgendwie. Es hat keine Flügel, kann aber fliegen und wird nie müde, egal wie lange es in der Luft bleibt. Sein Bauch ist voller Moora. Wenn es im Meer versinkt, geht es gluck, gluck, gluck runter und niemand kann es herausholen. Das Jadegemach?
That's Paimon's. They picked Paimon's riddle. Yay!
Das Jadegemach? Sie redet nicht wirklich vom Jadegemach, oder?
What is it? Why isn't anyone guessing? Is Paimon's riddle too hard?
That's not quite it. More like, it's so ludicrously simple that we just cannot believe it.
What? No way! Well, go on then. Tell us the answer if you're so sure.
Bin ich das?
The answer is Paimon.
Nein.
What?
It's Paimon.
Aha. Nein.
I was actually gonna say Paimon too.
Aber das ist nicht Paimon, das ist das Jadegemach.
Me too.
Und das ist ziemlich geschmacklos, Paimon.
No! You're all completely wrong! How the heck did you all think the answer was Paimon?
Paimon, do you have wings behind your back?
No.
You're always floating, but you never seem to get tired of it.
And Paimon has a very healthy appetite, which must cost the traveler a lot of mora and meal expenses.
I've heard from the senior knights that the traveler rescued Paimon by fishing her out of the sea. So, that means Paimon can't swim.
Aua, wie soll ich
So
jetzt
if she
kommen?
fell in the sea, then...
Glug, glug, glug. Wait. Now Paimon's doubting herself. What was the answer again?
Denk noch mal einmal darüber nach.
No! You're all wrong. The answer to Paimon's riddle is obviously the Jade Chamber!
Aua, jetzt hört auf.
The Jade Chamber that's always flying up there in the sky?
Dauernd werde ich gebongt. Ah, ich hab's rausgekriegt.
Is that so? I still maintain that the riddle actually describes Paimon more accurately. In fact, if we just added 2 more lines to the poem, it would be the perfect riddle.
Huh? What do you want to add?
Aua.
The traveler's companion and talkative guide, a praiseworthy presence always by their side.
Aww.
Aw, do you mean it? Can we really add that part?
Mit Fug und Recht. Paimon, du bist allerbeste Reisegefährtin.
You think so cute?
Die verarschen dich nur, Paimon, damit du ihre Antwort als richtig erachtest.
Okay, then Paimon would like to announce that the correct answer to the riddle is the widely adored Paimon!
Aber, Jadegemach, aber ich hatte doch recht. Ich hatte doch recht, oder nicht?
Great! And with that, the widely adored Paimon has gifted a point each to everyone who answered just now.
Menno, das war doch mein Punkt.
Guessing riddles is a lot of fun. And even though Paimon didn't manage to beat Shinto,
Schnief.
Paimon still feels like she got a little smarter. Oh, didn't Changyu mention he was investigating something before? Let's go ask him about it.
Schnief. Na gut, was für ein Rätsel.
Hey, you two!
Oh? Hi, Paimon. You know, for a moment there, I was worried I might lose to you.
Oh, are you collecting your prize right now?
I am indeed. Though, if you really want it, I'd be more than happy to give it to you.
Der hat doch irgendwas, der guckt so Smack und Sass, nee. Der hat irgendwas vor. Paimon, nimm's nicht, das ist eine Falle. It's a trap, Paimon, it's a trap.
Seriously? Wow, what is it?
It's a trap.
A most generous donation by yours truly as director of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Namely, a buy one, get one free coupon for our high-end customized service package. It's a pleasant surprise to learn you're so interested in it, Paimon.
Nee, brauche ich nicht. Schnief.
Nope, nuh-uh, no thank you, hard pass, you can keep it.
Are you sure? In that case, I'll gladly take it.
Here you are. Now remember, this package comes with our anytime, anywhere, on-demand collection service. Just give us a call and we'll be right there. With any luck, we'll still show up even if you're unable to call.
Könntet ihr auch eine Minute früher kommen, damit ihr mein Ableben verhindert? Ich zahle auch extra dafür.
So, to what do we owe the honor, Paimon?
What do you mean we? Changyun's the one Paimon's looking for, not you. Wasn't he saying something about needing help?
Oh, yeah. That.
How about I put it in riddle form?
Huh? Isn't the competition over?
'Twas like a demon not demonic, or devil devoid of the diabolic. Afar it floated free above the ground, but when approached, though sought, naught could be found.
Dämonisch sieht es aus, dämonisch ist es nicht. Böse sieht es aus, böse ist es nicht. Aus der Ferne betrachtet schwebt es, ohne den Boden zu berühren. Aber aus der Nähe betrachtet verschwindet es plötzlich. Egal wie sehr man sich auch bemüht, sieht man es nicht mehr. Xiao?
Sounds to me like you encountered a ghastly little ghosty in the wild.
Hallöchen, Ari.
Perhaps I should just explain it.
Also, Luna, wir denken scheinbar ans dasselbe.
Basically, while I was training this morning, I suddenly caught sight of a non-human entity. It was floating in the air without any kind of external aid, and its body was almost transparent. At first I thought I'd finally encountered a demon that wasn't repelled by my purifying spirit, and immediately prepared to exorcise it. But none of my methods had any effect on it. And when I went to try and get a closer look at it and tried to ascertain what I was dealing with, it disappeared into thin air.
Aber kann Xiao schweben?
You're sure it's not a ghost or spirit of some kind?
Quite sure. I could sense that it had a physical body, and if it were a spirit, I'm sure it would have been scared away long before I saw it. It's all my fault. I got overexcited, and in my haste, I didn't ascertain its true nature before taking action.
Nein, seine Freunde haben ja keine Körper mehr.
Thinking back on it, if it wasn't an evil spirit, maybe I offended some kind of adeptus, or illuminated beast.
You shouldn't blame yourself. It was something you'd never seen before. Anyone else would have reacted the same way.
Xiaos tote Freunde, die nicht tot sind, ist er nicht der Letzte? Nee, warte, gar nicht wahr. War nicht die Straßenmusikantin Madame Pau? Ja, Ping? Madame Ping. War doch auch jemand wie Xiao, oder nicht?
Besides, we're making up for it now by doing our best to find out the truth.
Any thoughts, Venti? Have you managed to untangle Chongyun's twisted tail?
Why don't you take a guess first, Hu Tao?
Oh, that means you have.
I can't be absolutely certain, but I'm reasonably sure it's not what Liyue would call an evil spirit or demon. So whatever it is, it's not dangerous. How about this? We can incorporate a search element into tomorrow's poetry activity.
Ich glaube, die einzige, die nicht tot ist, ist ja Ping, oder?
Oh, does that mean we get to play outside while we write poetry?
Hat Venti eine Geisterform? Bin ich mir halt ehrlich gesagt nicht sicher. Ich weiß, dass unser lieber Rex Lapis seine Form verändern kann, wie er will. Bei Venti haben wir das noch nie gesehen. Wir wissen nur aus der Vergangenheit, dass er seine Elementarform hat.
Close, but no.
Sorry, Venti kann man doch nicht als einen Dämon dafür ist das viel zu klein und unschuldig und goldig.
Good ideas could just pop into your head out of thin air, but if you ask me, everyone should relax tonight and get a good rest before tomorrow.
Aber die ist schon ein paar tausend Jahre her, die Form. Da hat er sich doch weiterentwickelt.
You say that, but your gaze keeps drifting over towards the wine stand.
Oh. Tolle Animation. Viel ansehen. Der Schrittwolf, langweilig.
I keep watch. You leave, you call me.
Nur 40? Urgestein? Gemeinsamer Vorstoß.
Let the magic begin!
Ich könnte mir erstmal die hier noch holen. Dann schauen wir mal weiter. Vielleicht haben wir genug, um so nochmal einen 10er-Puls zu machen.
Nice and spicy.
My way now. Have a sick trip.
Möglich.
Let's begin.
You're toast! Booba, get... I'm going in!
Stay cool and face your guilt. Run away now.
Let's light it up! Invent teamwork is dreamwork! That's gonna hurt in the morning.
This could get a little chilly.
Eine Wortwahl? Ich wäre meine Wortwahl.
Animal test 6308. Animal after frying pan into the fire. Hey.
Was meinst du mit meiner Wortwahl? Welchen Valentina? Weniger. Dafür habe ich ihn ja jetzt hier.
Boba, get them.
Surrender and I'll be gentle.
Time for takeoff.
Nimm das.
Nice and spicy. You're toast.
Come a little closer. You've been a naughty boy.
Lisa noch ein freier Platz.
Think you can get away?
Wenn sich die Gegner einfach selber platt machen. Venti muss die nicht mehr angreifen, die machen sich selber platt. Vielleicht sollte ich doch für Venti ziehen. Vielleicht sollte ich doch für Venti ziehen. Was meint ihr? Venti oder unsere neuen Dingsbums? Ja, aber er kennt auch Xiao. Und er würde niemals den lieben Xiao als bösen Geist einstufen. Oder? Nein, ich will nicht mit dir reden. Ich will nur die Bären. Aber wenn man die Anmachsprüche doch beachtet, dann ist sie doch noch mehr eine Power-Movement. Hallo? Reicht's doch mal. Du lebst immer noch? Hat mich gerade überrascht. Hey, Level 25. Städte ansehen, das war das Problem. Deswegen konnte ich die nie machen. Wow, ernsthaft. Ich habe mich die ganze Zeit gewundert, warum ich ja nie die Städte ansehen machen kann. Jetzt könnt mal E drücken. Außerdem, da ist eine Nervensäge.
Destiny has brought me hither.
Meine Beweisung über Xiao ist wer.
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
Seine. Miep. Dann halt nicht. Na gut, wo ist dieses Teleport-Dingsbums? Ja, aber die Voiceline ist ja sehr alt. Und mittlerweile haben die ja sich bereits getroffen. Beim Lantern Ride. Verstehst? Solange ich hier bin, muss ich mal kurz was nachschauen. Na gut. Ich glaube, ich will lieber Venti. Probieren wir hier nochmal Venti zu bekommen. Kaboom. Ja, aber die werden ja nicht geupdatet, beziehungsweise nicht verändert. Also Venti kennt, Xiao kennt Venti und umgekehrt. Hilfe. Der Deutsche verlässt mich auch. Kaboom. Und diesmal.
By royal decree. Nice and spicy.
Was für eine Nervensäge. Und einfach so. Gib's auf, um das kann ich nicht mit diskutieren. Ja, ist doch schwer. Ist auch schwer. Mir fehlen die ganzen Teleport-Points. Mann. Warte, wie viele habe ich denn mittlerweile? 1280. Mir fehlen noch 40, 50? 50. Ab 50. Also machbar. Ich will Venti. Weil will ich Venti wirklich? Was sagt ihr? Ist Venti cool? Ist Venti gut? Kann man Venti nehmen? Ja. Weil die irgendeinen Fehler gemacht haben. Frag mich aber nicht, welchen Fehler die gemacht haben. Irgendwas haben die verbrochen. Na gut, ich muss eh quasi runter.
Open sesame. Oh, now I'm hungry. Odds, reveal thyself.
Jo, geht's noch?
Boba, get them.
Was für Nervensägen.
Smell of treasure. Strange.
Strange. Hey, so habe ich nicht gewettet. Da hast du's. Weswegen? Ich bin halt hin und her gerissen, weil mir gefällt so gut der Kampfstil von Wriothesley nicht wirklich, muss ich sagen. Bin ich hin und her gerissen. Will ich ihn nicht?
By royal decree, Outcry him into the fire! None of this will go to waste. Boba, get
So, ich
Winds
darf
of
nicht gleich.
darkness,
Lol.
come, sever night from day.
So, endlich. Was, eine Anime Collection? Was hast du, eine Anime Collection? Ah, die Belohnung für die Abenteuerstufe. Okay. So,
Looks
mein...
like it's about time to head over to the venue again. I'm still curious what Changyun saw the other day.
Also. Wie, die haben mich bereits gesehen.
Oz, reveal thyself. Be gone.
Falsche Richtung. Mann.
By royal decree.
Nimm das. Und das vor allem Ding. Alle diese Questgebiete sind so weit auseinander. Ich weiß schon, warum ich in Liyue keine Dailies mehr mache. Ist ja furchtbar. Aber was meint ihr? Questet ihr in Liyue?
Windblade.
Einfach mal fliegen. Easy going. Und den letzten da unten. Da habe ich hoffentlich alles. Wobei, da oben ist noch einer. Nee. Ich glaube, von da runter ist der schneller. Falls wir es bekommen. Und da hinten kriegen wir nochmal eine Kiste. Und dann bin ich eigentlich soweit. Ja. Ein 10er-Puls machen. Hey, hallo? Komm her. Falsche Richtung.
Cry out my illustrious name.
Was gibt's hier Schönes?
Odds revealed by...
Kollege, da geht's runter. Hör auf, dich zu widersetzen. Da fliegt er einfach runter. Skandalös, oder?
These things useful?
By royal decree. Prepare to be blown away.
Du bist die Nervensäge hier.
Nice and spicy.
Mano, ich wollte ihn doch weghauen. Niemals darf ich Spaß haben. Kann das sein?
Destiny
Niemals
has
darf ich
brought me
Spaß haben.
hither.
Na gut, damit sollten wir ganz gut durch sein. Ja, so ein paar Leute. Ich muss halt quasi mich mit den Leuten mal zusammensetzen und denen die Regeln erklären, was sie machen dürfen, was nicht. Warum fragst du?
Add Astra. Thank you for Add Astra.
Oh. Die hätte ich noch mal. Nur so? Mhm.
Add Astra.
Die braucht noch. Poesie.
Let the magic begin.
Oh. Nice. Linette.
Let the magic begin.
Dein Ingame-Bild läuft katastrophal. Was soll denn das heißen? Timo, was meinst du damit? Also. Aufstieg ist möglich zum Aufstiegsauftrag. Dann liegt es wohl eher an deinem Internet, oder nicht? Weil bei mir ruckelt's nicht. Bei wem ruckelt's auch noch? Bei wem ruckelt's noch? Außer bei unserem Timo? Du weißt schon, dass du auch die Qualität, wenn du Probleme hast mit dem Internet, auf 1800-720p runterstellen kannst. Mann, 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 Mann. Hä? Wenn ich mir meinen Stream so anschaue, ruckelt es nicht. Was interessant ist. Sehr seltsam. Ja, ich schaue mir meinen Stream in 1080p an, gerade eben. Und da ruckelt gar nichts. Ich kann jetzt auch einfach mal meinen Sound anmachen. Nichts. Ich kann jetzt auch einfach mal meinen Sound anmachen. Nichts. Ich kann jetzt auch einfach mal meinen Sound anmachen. Hörst du, da ruckelt nichts. Die Statue soll ich gehen.
I created another
Warte, habe ich überhaupt genug... warte, doch, ich müsste genug haben zum Ziehen. Na dann, gehen wir auf die Statue. Ansonsten... Aber wie gesagt, wenn es in 720p nicht ruckelt, dann liegt es bei dir am PC daran. Visual, du hättest dich festhalten sollen. Na gut. Also, Venti oder den Wriothesley? Venti oder Wriothesley? Bin hin und her gerissen. Was sagt ihr? Ja, du bist generell nur Venti. Aha. Sie ist auch für Venti. Aria ist für Venti. Valentina ist für Venti. Na gut. Die meisten sind für Venti. Dann Augen zu und durch. Alle bereit? Auf geht's. Und wieder nichts Goldenes. Wie das Spiel mich einfach nur mobbt. Reinstes Mobbing. Das ist halt Genshin. Ernsthaft, ich bin... Wie viel Pech kann man haben? Ich fühle mich gemobbt. Protokoll, ich fühle mich gemobbt. Na egal. So viel dazu. Deswegen sollte man Genshin nicht spielen. Man wird nur von dem Spiel verarscht. Na gut, wir haben fast 0 Uhr. Dann würde ich sagen...
I created another universe and founded paradise.
Reicht soweit? Habt ihr noch Fragen?
And the Prinzessin der
Dann würde ich euch einen... Gibt es noch Fragen? Antworten? Träume, Hoffnungen? Nichts? Gut, dann würde ich sagen, für heute reicht's. Dann würden wir heute den Stream beenden und ich wünsche euch eine wunderschöne gute Nacht.
I hear the voice of fate, speaking my name in humble supplication.
Sie, wie kommt es eigentlich, dass du das Handy noch hast? Oder bist du jetzt mittlerweile zu Hause von dem Klassenausflug? Na dann, perfekt. Dann wünsche ich euch allen eine gute Nacht. Träumt was Schönes. Wir sehen uns dann morgen wieder. Bye, bye. Das TikTok beendet, dann YouTube und Twitch. Bye, bye, TikTok.
I do worry about the well-being of my retinue during my impromptu absence.
I'm sure the good people of the Adventurers Guild are absolutely
Dann
fine, mein Fräulein.
Gute Nacht, YouTube und Twitch. Bye, bye.